Your attention, please.
In episode...
Hey, your attention, please.
Episode. From the totally real country of Australia, I bid you all good evening, good morning, or good day, as the case may be, across these many time zones. This is the pre-stream. My name is Thermo, and we're here to talk about the newsy stuff from this week. From Lawtube to Lolcows, from 4chan to Forbes, from Onlyfans to CNN. We'll have a look back at some of the news from the past week and see how many stories are from Raya.
Almost all of them.
Yeah, 80% of them. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, it's a Sunday morning.
Yeah, hey Chad.
Hey, good.
Hey Costy. How you doing, man? Hey Cool Frog. How's it going?
Sup?
Snafu, man. All right, let's get this shit started. I have to go to the office tomorrow, so I have to work. I'm working Mondays and Fridays.
I got to go in Wednesday.
In the office. So I want this to be a bit faster, so a bit cleaner. A bit,
he wants his sleep.
Drop half
I've
of
still got to go shopping.
Oh fuck!
I've still got to make dinner. Ryu's here.
Ryu's here.
If we just cut out half of Ryu.
Oh god damn it! Ryu was asking. Ryu's here.
Yeah. if we just cut out half of Ryu's stories, then we're good, right?
Well, yeah, I've made a section
Becomes
called
an hour show.
Made a section called Maybe.
All right, cool.
So this says being married to an AI NPC.
Roses. Thank you, Jose, for the roses. Thank you.
So this is what it looks like
when
it's being
got me
filmed.
like a cowgirl. Thank you. Welcome to the live.
My thoughts exactly.
Thank you for the roses.
Is she featured?
Gang.
I think she's on Instagram Live or one of them.
Probably TikTok.
I think that's the TikTok.
Oh yeah, is it on TikTok?
Thank you.
Yeah, it came from
Got me
TikTok.
feeling like a cowgirl.
God, all the worst shit comes from TikTok.
Welcome. Gang. Welcome to the live.
All right, we done. We ain't gonna keep doing this.
Shane,
What?
For the past hour, I made 2,000
$2,000.
doing this. Yes.
You lying?
I'm serious.
People are fucking weird.
Must be, I'm not even going to think about it. Let's move on.
Yes.
Overthinking things.
Leftists in California are trying to say children aren't safe with their parents.
Left a little bit in the narrative that they were pushing. They were saying that children are not safe with their parents, and that children need their privacy and to be protected from their parents. As a Latina, as somebody who represents it from Lexit, no, we are pro-God, pro-life, and pro-family. They are literally pushing the narrative that children are not safe with their parents. They're telling children that.
Yeah,
they
I've heard that. I've actually heard that. I've literally heard activists say that.
So they run to the teachers in the school. Now what?
Well, that's the communist thing. Replace the family with the state.
Yep.
What does that sound like?
All you need is the
Yo,
state.
we are in a spiritual war. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
I agree with you.
They were trying to destroy
Yes, I
families
also
and keeping
agree with
children from
Ryu.
their parents, to lie, to rebel, to keep secrets.
I had to watch
And you know
this
what?
twice.
Every child
I
goes
kept
through a
noticing the
phase.
jugs.
They go through a phase where they're
Yes.
going to rebel and keep secrets from their family. But you know what?
The
It is
jugs are
not the
painful.
school's job to encourage it. If a child comes to a school counselor or a teacher like, hey, I'm having issues at home, you bring the parents on board and you get them help. You get them help and you get them family counseling as a whole. All right? You don't teach a child that they're not safe with their parents. You teach a child how to run to their parents and you get the parents help too. All right, that's how you make families stronger and you make them whole. So you know what? Don't let them
They
rip
don't
your
wanna do
families
that.
apart.
Yeah.
Because if you
They
don't
literally
exercise your
don't want
parental
to make
rights,
the
you
family
lose
strong.
it.
Well, it worked
Not-
so well in the African American community for them. So.
Mm-hmm.
So Kathy Hochul is facing criticism of a new healthcare program for sex workers. It will be a magnet for more prostitutes. So Governor Kathy Hochul's administration is going to bat for the world's oldest profession by launching a free healthcare program for sex workers. Move critics are slamming as encouraging a campaign to decriminalize prostitution, posters note. As someone from a country that has legal prostitution, just do it. Just legalize that shit. Legalize it and regulate it. If like people are going to do it, we don't have streetwalkers here. Well, we do.
Kinda.
Yeah,
Kinda do,
it's
but-
pretty rare.
Yeah. Maybe in
There's a
King's Cross.
suburb in Newcastle called Islington, and there's like a stretch where they
Thermo,
used to
don't
have
you walk
night
on the
walkers.
street?
I try not to.
District.
I use in calls, so the ladies come to me.
He knows his terminology, apparently. Yeah.
Well, it's easy. In call, out call. No, there actually is a knock shop just down the road from us.
A what?
Knock shop, where people knock boots.
A brothel.
A knock shop, yeah, brothel.
Okay, I didn't realize.
You've never heard the term knock shop?
You just go to the red light district in Germany.
Well, no, the Germany doesn't have a red light district. That's the Netherlands, and Amsterdam has a few of them. There's a whole thing about them wanting to get rid of them, but that's not here nor there. But yeah, we had a brothel, but COVID killed it. Like they used we'd go I get picked up from the station, we'd drive past, and there'd always be like cars parked there. Now it's just empty, and there's like a for sale sign on it as well.
Yeah, there's one near me, up near my Starbucks.
Yeah, it'd always get you know what it is. It's a nondescript building. It gets visitors at weird times. It's a house, but it's in a light industrial district.
Yeah,
like it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked previously about how I applied to be a receptionist. Like I know what brothels look like
You thought you get a discount.
Well, no.
That's exactly why he signed up.
No, again, it's because I was on the dole and I had to apply for whatever job was available. So, okay,
fair,
X is looking for a receptionist at nighttime. Okay, I can maybe do that, but it didn't get the job. But I went.
I could put that down and mark that as a one job that I
effectively that's what I did. So yeah. But looking into it, there's actually like fucking 4 brothels near me. So yeah.
I think the closest one's the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, exactly. So in America, prostitution is
Nevada.
Just illegal.
In Nevada as a whole, it's legal, but it's illegal in Clark County.
Yeah. Yep.
Which covers Vegas in its Vegas proper.
Yeah.
Land it's insane.
Yeah.
It's illegal in the county, but not like it's legal statewide, but it's illegal in the fucking county.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
No.
They'll give you these nudie cards, right?
Oh yeah. No, I've seen those. Yeah.
And then they'll have a fucking phone number. The phone number changes every fucking night. I am not shitting you. So you just call up the number and they actually just fucking show up for your fucking deal. And they say it's the girlfriend experience. They're escorting these legal in Nevada.
Yeah,
snafu. See, that's not on.
Escort is just a different word for prostitute. That's all.
That is not.
I know exactly what it means, but it's one of those fucking dirty secrets of.
Do you want GFE?
Vegas.
It's the girlfriend experience.
Yeah, it's just a workaround, really.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if you want to find a prostitute, you just open up Instagram.
No.
Anyway,
what you just do is use Tinder. They actually advertise it that way.
Even in Australia where it's legal, we use the term escort. So.
Yeah. Because it's like a domestic engineer for housewife.
What?
Master of the custodial arts.
Domestic engineer.
I've never heard that.
Domestic engineering says that right.
There's domestic engineer.
I'm surprised I didn't learn that at school. I just
Cool
learned
frog.
home
Absolutely,
economics.
sex work is a job. Like, absolutely.
Sex work is real work.
Yeah,
it is.
And look, it should be, that shit should just be legal. Like it's ridiculous. Like gambling and sex work, you're never going to get rid of. Like prostitution, you're never going to get rid of them. So you might as well regulate them.
How do you think, Vice President?
No, she didn't get paid for it. That's a quid pro quo thing.
She's free.
Oh, Costy, you
Oh,
motherfucker.
Costy.
I can see 5 prostitutes.
We're not getting
right
paid
now.
for this shit though. So
Yeah, so we're bad prostitutes.
We're giving it no. What that they're called whores. Exclusive trans surgery nightmares revealed 81% endure pain in the 5 years after gender change procedures. More than half say having sex is painful, and a third are left incontinent.
Oh shit! You just rearranged your entire fucking reproductive system.
you have a wound there
Yes.
forever. So
Do they ever go through MAID?
Mate.
What's that?
Oh, the medical assistance in dying.
Oh, right.
I think there's a story later on about a trans person who's like, I'm in pain forever. Like, please let me die. Anyway, Ted Nugent calls Jason Aldean small town song attackers idiots, and that they've got no soul.
Don't care.
Sorry, Uncle Ted. Like, we talked about this last week.
Yeah. Meanwhile, his music video has been edited to remove the Black Lives Matter clips. So it's about 6 seconds shorter now.
Jason Aldean is a grifter. We've talked about this last week.
Like I said, it's a mid song. Nobody like.
Yeah,
once
gave
the
him
thing
enough
drives.
oxygen.
The mid song, he's kind of flip floppy on gun control and all that kind of stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
he didn't even write the song.
So yes, Las Vegas club owners decry F1's move to block their view of race unless they pay, I assume. Formula One's been granted permission to run the Las Vegas Grand Prix on the city's famed strip until the year 2032. That is insane. So they're going to turn the fucking Vegas Strip into a Formula One racing circuit.
So it's going to be like what is it? All the racing games when the track is literally in the city.
Well, you're from Victoria. You guys had the Melbourne Grand Prix. They do basically the same thing.
Kinda. I think we've got a separate track for that, like a proper track.
So they don't have to watch out for trams.
Yeah, don't have to watch out for trams because that oh god, the mayhem. Doesn't Newcastle doesn't do a Grand Prix, but does sort of street
supercars? Yeah, I think there's a supercar track in Newcastle. Like,
yeah,
they shut down streets and do V8 supercars, which is it's like NASCAR but requires more talent because it's not all left turns. Yes. So Salma Hayek, 56, puts on a busty display in a pink swimsuit as she larks around with billionaire husband Francois Henry Pinault.
We know why she married him.
For his billions.
Huh.
So. Anyway.
She's younger than I thought.
Yes. Obama's beloved chef found dead in Martha's Vineyard Lake after going missing while paddleboarding. I don't know if you guys saw some of the memes about this, but it was great. It was. My favorite one was
a black man drowned in water.
My favorite one was Obama sitting there looking at the never mind. Anyway, let's.
He probably had information on the Clintons.
On the Clintons, yeah.
Well, yeah. And then you start digging and you realize that he actually does know how to swim. So,
well, the most interesting thing is about this. It's not the first time a chef for a former Democratic president has drowned.
Yep.
Clintons.
The Clintons
had a chef who drowned. Like, Jesus.
Really got to change their tactics.
If you're going to get rid of these people, at least, change that shit up. But anyway. I love. Holy shit, that's loud.
Yep. Sorry about that.
This beer is raping my ears.
Yeah, it's actual ear rape, yes. Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
A rape alarm.
No,
God,
sure,
not
put it in
again.
ladder.
In the middle
Yeah,
of
you're gonna need a bigger ladder, fellas. But
stop
yes,
oil,
this was a Just Stop Oil meeting. I highly encourage everybody to protest Just Stop Oil meetings in very similar ways. Because honestly,
God.
what do you expect? Like, if you're going to be annoying, expect people to annoy you back.
I just don't. I'm not too sure if that's what they want. Like, they want the general public to start doing activist type stuff against them. Because they're not exactly getting their message across.
Just me.
Oh yeah, totally.
Look, I've said before. Look, if they're just stop oil, so they just stand in fucking traffic. How about go to an oil refinery and blockade the fucking oil refinery, and then make it so trucks can't leave
They would get the
or
shit
come
kicked
in,
out of them.
and maybe they would. But you're
just blow up
saving
a
the world,
oil pipe.
right? It's price to pay.
They don't want to pay the price.
Well, that's exactly right. It's performative.
Yep.
Look, honestly, I know their funding comes from very suspicious sources, like the granddaughter of an oil baron is one of their biggest funders, and it's like, whoa, hang on a second, that's kind of a bit suspicious.
That's an eye raiser.
Yeah. So, like, it's entirely possible that this organization could exist and their tactics could exist purely to turn the public against the thing they're campaigning for. I mean, if I wanted the public to do the opposite of something, I would just be a really annoying protester for something. So, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if their tactics, what they're telling us what they want to do is actually what they actually want.
Yeah. Just keep oil going doesn't carry the same ring. So
You don't need a protest for a status quo.
So Pink, everybody can tell when there's a Ryu story. Pink Lawn Flamingos harbour a sexy hidden meaning at RV parks.
Doesn't it mean swinging?
Apparently, yes, it means swinging. It means there's a swingers camp here.
I already did. This is all. This is okay. Maybe not everyone knew that. I guess.
I can't.
And that's why you need to smash all pink flamingos.
Oh. Yeah, I can't remember why I know this, but I've known this for a while.
Because you're in it.
If only.
Apparently, your fancy quartz countertop are killing people. Or killing the people who make them. Did someone just take a hit off a bong?
Oh, sorry. Should have made myself. I was just drinking my coffee.
Oh, God.
No, that's called his bong.
Wait.
No.
You put coffee in your bong?
Not camera. No, I have a Starbucks cup. I was slapping out of that.
Wait, you made a bong out of a Starbucks cup?
Give me I probably should try.
You can make a bong out of it.
I should try that one day. No,
Yeah,
I got Starbucks on the way home from the shops this morning.
Starbucks,
yes,
not something else.
Your fancy quartz countertop are killing the people who make them, according to a doctor. Apparently, they're inhaling the quartz and dying of a lung disease at a very young age.
So they're not using respirators when they're cutting the
They're not using their
vine.
N95s. Like,
Yeah.
look at that shit. That's quartz in their fucking lungs.
Yuck.
Obviously, like,
Yep.
This is just terrible. Fucking hell. Like, wear a goddamn mask.
Oh, but hang on. Yeah, like no, don't go back. No, I was going to say. I said because I thought it was. I thought I saw.
There's a whole colony.
I thought I saw a lot of. All I know is I thought I saw a lot of Hispanic names in that article. So I'm assuming it's just illegal workers and bad safety standards.
Most likely, yes.
Sometimes not.
Well, it was LA, so probably yeah.
DoorDash customer slams his delivery driver for complaining that his 30% tip was not enough because he judged him for having a nice house. People are greedy.
Tipping culture is fucked.
30 fucking %? You want me to pay a third as a tip? Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna expect like
A DoorDash customer has put his delivery driver
First
on
world.
blast for saying that his 30% tip on a $15 order was not enough based on his nice house. What?
Bitch.
Dr. Ethan Melillo was stunned when he received a rude message from the employee who insinuated that he should have given more than $5 just because of the appearance and size of his Rhode Island home.
He gave you 30%.
Melillo, who ordered a falafel meal and a
30%.
lemon tea, said the restaurant was 20 minutes away from his home, which is a normal distance for his area. But the generous tip seemingly still wasn't enough for the DoorDash driver. What the hell?
I don't even give tips.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I
because
don't.
Australians are cheap.
We have the option, but I don't give tips, even on Uber Eats.
The price is the
Depending on
fucking
which
price.
state you are, you have to. It actually goes in your bill.
If I'm going to get
Well, then it's not a tip.
Like 45.
If you have to tip, it's not a tip.
$45.
Yep.
True, but
If I
that's
get
just
like
what
a
they consider it by
$45
law.
like order, you know, I'll give them like a 50 and let them keep the change.
You cheapskate.
You know, stuff like that.
Fucking cheapskate. God damn.
But this guy chose to give 30%, though. That's the point. He chose to give 30%, and the driver is like, "What the fuck, man?
That's disgusting." Like,
Why am I only getting $5?
Yeah,
It's like
If my meal-
'cause
yeah.
my
nice
meal was
house.
so cheap.
Thanks for the $5 for a 20-minute ride. Don't work for DoorDash, then, you fucking idiot. Like this is part and fucking parcel.
I can't wait to get my license so I can do this.
I legit. I didn't realize they gave epileptics licenses.
I look forward to covering your demise on the show, Dave.
Yes.
I worked with a girl who was epileptic.
Just take as many with you as you can.
To be fair, I
If
worked
you
with a
can
girl.
aim for a pride parade.
I worked with a girl who had some form of epilepsy, and apparently she had a license, but I still don't get how. Like, she didn't have the convulsions that Dave has, but she still had seizures.
Dude, if you got a heart condition here, you can't fucking get you lose your license.
Yeah. To be fair, my late aunt was blind in one eye, and they still let her drive. So
Kim,
better than blind in both.
One of my old
My goal
friends-
is to be a truck driver eventually.
Interstate truck driver.
Oh shit! Sees nothing. One of the big rigs.
epileptic, and he's warned me like multiple times. Never ever get a blowjob from epileptic because
they'll
of
seize
them
up on you.
seizure.
Oh, Jesus
If
Christ.
I
They'll bite
start-
down.
Anyway, whatever the hell a Doja Cat is, it lost 250,000 Instagram followers as it deactivated their Twitter account. As fans deactivated their Twitter accounts devoted to her after she told them to get a job. For God's sakes. What the fuck is that?
What?
That is a Doja Cat.
That is a Doja Cat.
That's Doja Cat.
I prefer a tabby cat.
We know my feelings on cats.
She's a Nicki Minaj
Okay.
clone.
She
No,
did
the
not look
black
stacked enough
one.
to be a Nicki Minaj clone.
Yeah.
LeBron James's son, Bronny, suffered a cardiac arrest during USC practice. Bronny
How
James,
did that
18,
happen?
was rushed.
Bronny.
Bronny James, dude. If his dad wasn't a billionaire, that he would have gotten like mercilessly fucking teased.
How much you want to bet LeBron James is brony?
He's a brony, probably. He was rushed by ambulance from USC's Galen Center on Monday. He's in stable condition and no longer in intensive care. So, goddamn. This looks like a shot for Blacked. Like upcoming episode. Anyway. Megan Fox shines in a silver bikini top on the beach. I mean, clearly it's the clock shot, but anyway. After her fiance Machine Gun Kelly breaks silence on fairground scuffle. There's I don't understand the Machine Gun Kelly thing. Like, he must be very well equipped or very rich.
It's the Pete Davidson syndrome.
Yeah.
Probably.
And also, she's been slammed for asking fans to donate to her friend's $30,000 GoFundMe despite being rich as fuck with an estimated $8 million net worth. $8 million net worth doesn't mean anything if it's all in your house.
Mm.
Basically, yeah.
So yes, she says like my friend's dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. That sucks. Your friend's dad is going to die.
She's not exactly a big
on
star.
the balance of probabilities. Your friend's dad is fucked.
Mm.
And
She's not exactly. Yeah, she's not exactly an A-list.
No.
She did Transformers and Ninja Turtles and then failed.
Yeah. That's sad, but I hope like at least whatever.
Yeah.
Homelessness, drug abuse, jailbird parents, and expulsion from 3 schools. Troubled life of Queen of Chaos, Rayanne Brock.
Is this the girl I think
who was nicknamed over these 11 grinning mugshots, which she blames on the Xanax. So this is her. It's one of the mugshots.
White trash.
One of the mugshots.
I can fix her.
Oh, right there. There's the one that fucking is helping her.
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he's helping her.
Oh, no, this isn't her. No, there was a different one on Mugshotty. No, it's not. Hang on.
What
it is. Yeah, it is her. It is her. Yeah,
Mugshotties,
the one from Mugshotties, yeah.
So. Just fucking changes her hair color all the time.
Xanax is a hell of a drug.
So, 2018, she was arrested for wanton endangerment of a police officer. Bullshit charge. She was pictured by police after she was arrested a second time for violating the terms of her probation for the first offense. Snapped following her arrest for terroristic threatening and stalking.
That's a shit law.
She was arrested for a 4th time for contempt of court, libel, and had mugshot taken, which she later described as her favorite on social media. Her 5th mugshot was taken after being arrested for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and criminal mischief in the 1st degree. She was then arrested for failure to appear at a police station or courthouse as required under the conditions of previous arrests. She was accused of several offenses, including marijuana possession and receiving stolen property after allegedly stealing a trooper's hat and taser from his vehicle.
Okay.
I think Tim can definitely fix her. 8 days
Tem
later,
can fix her.
Tem can fix her.
Yeah,
yes.
Tem can have this one. This is
Where
a
the
bit
fuck
too
is
much.
Tem? Did he die and just not tell us?
Probably.
He's been in chat. Like he's
I
been in the
see his
Discord.
post.
I know he's alive. Tem, if you're alive, join. Actually, what's this? Oh yeah, I've got that story, Gatto. Yeah, you just write it in chat instead of fucking adding me on fucking Discord. Yeah. So anyway, look, would you, knowing all the arrests, would you
With the Xanax. With the Xanax, yes.
with the Xanax? You would, okay.
Yeah. Not without the Xanax. That might be too much.
I might say
The
that
question
one.
is, would she stab you?
Yes.
I'll take the chance.
Yes, absolutely. And Tim's already Tim's
No.
Tim will happily break the number 1 rule of being a male. Don't stick your dick in crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna lose it.
No, well, you'll just get stabbed. She's not going to cut it off.
Yeah. I'll be dead before she
Are
does.
you
Or
sure?
she will, and she'll keep it.
Hopefully, I'll be dead after that, so I won't feel it.
People pay good money to have that done now.
Mm.
Have you saved enough for retirement?
No.
No, this is not an ad for Noble Gold. Average senior citizen that spends $4,345 a month, but 75% of their cash is swallowed up by these 4 things.
Where are they?
They are in the US. This is the state average. I think this is the aggregated average from the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
So it's not the mean average. It's the
no, it's the average.
Average.
Look, most people are fucked in retirement anyway.
Yep.
Anybody now who hasn't already retired is never going to actually retire. You're gonna die on the job.
Yep.
Or on the way to the job.
I'll be 70 before I can be even considered retirement. But not that I won't have the money. It's just I won't be allowed to retire.
I'm expecting them to raise the preservation age for superannuation too.
I'm expecting them to
Eventually.
bring back halfway houses again.
Flop houses.
Halfway houses. Yeah.
Halfway houses never went away. Flop houses for the elderly is where the poverty stricken elderly used to end up before Social Security was brought in.
I remember when the retirement age was like 55, 60.
Yeah,
In
It's
that, in that
67
range.
now.
Yeah, my grandfather retired at my grandfather took early retirement, so he retired at 55.
Mhm.
Everybody at his work who retired at 65 died 2 years later.
Pretty much how it happens.
Is it
So-
because they'll?
Yeah, most
Well, that's
of them,
good. That's
yeah.
what Social Security wants. They want you to die before you claim it,
I
please.
mean, mine.
Yeah,
Maybe that
They-
way I won't go bankrupt.
it's about 2 to 3 years after you retire that they usually die.
Yeah,
is
it's
pretty
it's
much
like
the difference.
it's like when your partner dies, like if your wife dies or if your husband dies.
Yeah.
But
You usually don't last long afterwards because I mean it breaks you. Like emotion. So going to work every day and having a job is a purpose. When you don't have a purpose,
I know how all this works. I know how all this works. I'm just saying, not been my family's experience. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
yeah. Like you die 2 or 3 years after you retire. What the fuck? Like you die you retire at 65 and you die at 67 on average. If that's true, something's completely fucked.
Oh no! A lot of it is if you have nothing to do. Like you have the most important thing in retirement is
You
to
need a
have something
plan.
to do.
You can't sit around doing nothing. Yeah. I get that.
So
I'm
start
saying
a live stream that 6 people watch. It's fine.
I'm saying both my parents have now taken early retirement.
Yeah.
So, and both my grandfathers retired. I think my late granddad retired at 55. I think because he could back then. My other grandfather, who's still alive, retired at the normal age, and he's 83. Like this whole idea of dying 2 years after your retirement, that I've never heard of that. 2 years after losing your partner is one thing. My grandmother lasted 8 years, but that I guess that's an exception, possibly. But yeah, dying 2 years after retirement makes no sense to me. But apparently, I guess it happens.
It does
Makes sense for me.
If you've got nothing to do, then yeah.
Yeah, had a coworker that retired just before COVID and died during COVID.
That's fine.
Don't know if it was due to COVID or due to other reasons, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently housing, transport, healthcare, and food is 75% of that amount. So save money, motherfuckers. Spain
superannuation.
Man who, well, yeah, but make sure you invest in Noble Gold. No, I'm kidding. No.
You wait until
No,
Noble
what's
Gold
the
gives you-
Mercator one? It's not Noble Gold. It's Noble
Gold.
Gold's the
Birch.
Birch Gold.
Birch Gold is the Shapiro one.
Birch, yeah.
Noble Gold is the everybody else one.
Mm-hmm.
All the other, if you're a conservative, you're gonna get Noble Gold. You're gonna get what's it called? The green something. The food.
That's more locals.
I don't know. All I've heard is that
Oh,
these precious mineral investment things are
something green,
scams, or that they're bad investments. I don't know. That's all I've heard. And
This
Field
is
of
not.
Green.
Yeah, Field of Greens is the other one. Yeah.
It depends. If you actually buy the gold and you have it in safe deposit box, then it's different.
like everything I've ever
buy
heard
it
is
on
there.
the
Everything I've heard about like investing in metals is just like they actually don't go up in value that much over time compared to other investments. But I guess that's the point. Is there a hedge? Like there might be
less to retain value.
Yeah,
so
less
It
inflates
retains let's say
It's better than
there's
cash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Spain, man who murdered his cousin and raped her corpse now seeks transfer to women's prison under Spain's new trans law.
Good for him.
Warning: graphic descriptions of violence against women. Reader discretion is advised.
Dun, dun.
A sadistic man who bludgeoned his cousin to death before sexually desecrating her corpse has requested transfer to a women's prison under Spain's new trans law. Lorena Robina. They used the new name. Fuck. Formerly known as Jonathan de Jesus, is serving 38 years in prison for the sick crime. Fuck, well, at least he's got fucking long term. Jesus. Robina, 26, was first arrested in June of 2018, 4 days after the mutilated corpse of his cousin. Vanessa Santana was found in her mother's Bethana Curia area home. Rubino reportedly waited until his aunt left for work before entering the residence and finding Satana in her room. They were both 21 at the time. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you're right. This was actually a Thermo article.
Yeah.
I just went and checked.
Using extreme violence intended to target vital areas. Using extreme violence to target vital areas. Robiana bludgeoned Satana almost 3 times with a hammer, focusing a great deal of blows on her skull. Well, if you try to kill someone, it's usually where you focus it on.
That'll do it.
Continued to beat her after she fell to the ground, and then went on to use a belt to strangle. Jesus fucking Christ. Talk about overkill. Oh. After the young woman was deceased, Robina ejaculated. Oh, yeah, anyway. Jesus fucking Christ. Put this guy in the goddamn...
What's the rugby one?
Well,
the
you would
rugby
think
one.
that...
Yeah,
you would
it's on the
think
side.
that
It says
the
Canada.
battle...
Non-binary. Let's do this much lighter story. That guy belongs in a wood chipper. Let's do this one instead.
Yeah.
Canada non-binary male rugby player accused of injuring female competitors was awarded hardest hitter on men's team.
Well,
no lie detected.
He was actually removed from the game. Okay. Well, at least something happened.
It circulated that a male player who identifies as non-binary, not a thing, was removed from a women's rugby match after he allegedly injured female competitors. Before he was removed from the game, 3 women had to stop playing and receive medical treatment due to the injuries they sustained while playing against him. Jesus.
Canada gets what it deserves.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I would point out, Fallen, that not all women voted for this. Some women voted for this. My wife certainly didn't vote for this and does not approve.
Enough women voted
and there
for
are
this.
There are
And
many
Ryu
women who
didn't vote for it.
don't.
You're Canadian?
Generally. I'm not Canadian, eh?
Hey, bro.
Eh?
What's that?
Though I did watch a video from I think Polymath the other day that was like, oh yeah, if you want to move to North America, just emigrate to Canada.
And then
Canada's immigration system is just like, yeah, you just in you come.
Oh, you're a part of the Commonwealth? Yeah, in you come.
Yep.
Like something like 33% of their population is immigrants. Have a guess how much the American population is.
Of what? Immigrants?
Is immigrants.
Canadians?
No, just the immigrants in general.
Illegal or legal?
Yeah,
any,
legal.
all.
Well, it's at least
20.
100% technically.
Sorry. No,
100%?
as in born overseas. Let me rephrase.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
33% of Canada's population is born overseas.
Yeah.
How much do you think
Okay.
of the American population, legal and illegal, was born overseas?
Half of them.
Well,
Overseas?
25%.
I'd say 10 to 12. 10 to 12.
Dave's closest without going over, so he wins. It's 14%.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay.
So
I think Australia's about 30% born overseas.
Australia's not. Australia's actually less.
Born
overseas.
No,
Australia's not that much more.
Born overseas. Australians
born
born
overseas,
overseas. I thought I heard or saw figures saying that's 30%. Either way,
I know Canada's like huge when it comes to immigration. Anyway, yeah. So
29.1% as a quick Google search.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So blah blah blah. Anyway, who cares?
Yeah,
it's Canada. Fuck Canada. Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, fuck Canada, and also if you
Canada's lost, just jump across the border.
Just move to Michigan.
Spectre over on Rumble says you are all gay.
Yes, of course. Regardless of like trans or all that crap, if you're injuring players, you eventually will be get kicked out because you're a danger to the rest of the players.
Yeah. Mystery pyramid beneath Antarctic ice sends conspiracy theorists wild. The huge pyramid-shaped mass was spotted over Ellsworth mountain range. Social media users are baffled by the structure, with some blaming it on aliens. But the mysterious object has a logical explanation. I'm sure it does. I have no idea, Rory. This could have been you. This could have been me. This could have been Tem. Conspiracy theorists have a new focus for their attention. A pyramid in Antarctica.
We'll blame it on Tem.
Actually, it's not even in show research, I think. I did a control.
Aliens put it in.
I did a control F.
You
for
know
pyramid.
why? Aliens. That's right.
Yeah, that's
Aliens
right.
did it.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a control F for pyramid and it's not there.
So yes, a huge pyramid-based mass was spotted in satellite images taken over the southern part of Antarctica's Ellsworth mountain range. So there it is. There's the pyramid. You can see that line, and that line, and presumably that line. Number of strange-looking peaks were found in the area, with one measuring 2 kilometers in each direction of its square base, a design similar to the Great Pyramid of Giza. But after images of the pyramids resurfaced this week, people have begun sharing theories on how the enormous structures could have come to be. Taking to Twitter, one user said, "Wait, how they moved the pyramids from Egypt to Antarctica?" Oh my god! Some have suggested artificial life or fabled secret society, the Illuminati, are behind the apparent structure, while others attribute the design to humans. Others have offered even more outlandish ideas. One user wrote, "The structure belongs to a civilization which existed before the flood. Around 10,000 years ago, Antarctica was warm. However, before you get too sucked into the theory, the pyramid in question is actually just a mountain. The puzzling structure is a feature of glaciated areas known as a pyramidal peak mountain. The pyramid-shaped structures are located in blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's just the way the ice and snow fall on the mountain and wear it away. Yes, Poker, that's right. Underneath is a pro bass shop. That place actually looks really cool. Is that in Memphis?
Maybe, I don't know.
I can't remember what city it's in. I think it's in Memphis. Anyway. Disgraced teacher who lost her job after being discovered half naked with 17-year-old pupil in lay-by. Lay-by? What the fuck? Oh, 17-year-old pupil in lay-by. Spectre says, "Is it Nashville? It might be Nashville. I know it's on a river." What the fuck's lay-by other than the thing you do to buy something over time, which I think the Americans call layaway?
It must be a location.
In labor, fucking Jesus Christ. Anyway, she launched a support group for fellow sex offenders and criminals, and the National Lottery is funding her. There you go. Spectre's looked it up. He said it. I'm right. It's Memphis, Tennessee.
National Lottery, or just her, winning the National Lottery?
No, the National Lottery. They hand out grants for organizations. A disgraced teacher who lost her job after being discovered half naked with a 17-year-old. Again, they've said in a lay-by.
In a lay-by?
What the fuck is a lay-by? Spectre says lay-by noun, designated paved area beside a main road where cars can temporarily stop. Oh, Christ. So she's pulled off the side of a road. Jesus Christ. So she's pulled off the side of the road and, gotten caught.
Just went at it.
Yeah. Epi Sprung, that's a weird fucking name, 37, was handed £7,530 through the National Lottery Community Grant Fund to set up the website for her project, where she hopes to allow offenders in Scotland to share their experiences and navigate discrimination.
Wow.
Revealing how her life has been impacted after being convicted of being a sex offender, Sprung wrote in her blog, "Hi, I'm Epi. Mum, wife, daughter, sister, friend, volunteer, business owner, and sex offender."
Yeah, she got sprung all right.
Yes.
I don't think most fucking guys actually give a rat's ass.
That she's a female. Look, honestly, it's true. A female sex offender is going to have a much easier time than a male one.
Yeah, it doesn't carry the same stigma,
especially if it's, well, I banged a 17-year-old, like male.
Oh, you were a teacher that banged your student. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, she all right.
Yeah. But here we are. I made a series of bad decisions a long time ago that hurt a lot of people, and I don't think it hurt a lot of people. Maybe your husband if you're married. That led me to living with the title of sex offender for the rest of my life.
Yeah, do the sex offender shuffle.
It's got a very small mouth.
Yeah, the face is Yeah.
Something weird about it.
She got
So,
a
yes.
tight mail.
Oh, God, Dave.
Jesus Christ.
Moving on now. Jesus. You expect it says hot chick would. Yeah. We know, Spectre. Fallen's like, would. Yeah. She aight. Yeah. Spectre says Charlie Kirk face.
Yes, yes. Small features. Small features.
Yes, dead on. Man reveals horrifying 30 hours he was held hostage by Brazilian trans influencer Vitória Guarizo. He met on dating app before she and boyfriend emptied his bank accounts. The male victim said Brazilian trans influencer lured her to apartment May 18, and that boyfriend and a man. Hang on, so the boyfriend and another man beat him. Fucking hell. Let's see. So this is the trans influencer.
Oh God, the cheekbones, the jaws, dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how did she even see him? He's just a shadow.
There's some, there are some pretty dark-skinned Brazilians. Come on.
I don't think they're that dark. This man is Vanta Black. He just absorbs all the light.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, Tom Bolo, you're 40 minutes behind. Just skip straight to live. Don't even worry about it. It's nothing important.
Yeah. Don't even know if we have a main story this week.
No, we do.
Okay.
I'll get there eventually.
I haven't been paying attention anyway.
Like I said, I'm just trying to fly through it.
Oh, yeah.
I got shit to do. I got to work tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
A stunning blonde, 19, with over 100,000 social media followers, Mila Sophia, is taking the internet by storm with scantily clad portraits. But can you tell what's wrong with her photos?
Well, if I didn't skip ahead, I would guess AI, and I'm correct.
AI.
Yes. These are all AI generated.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm counting the fingers, and there's 5 there.
Yeah, the fingers test doesn't work anymore.
Nope, test works.
Oh, there we go.
Nope.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's the position because it's holding the bouquet.
Yeah, and it's broken.
Yeah.
Grasping stuff's hard.
Yeah.
She also has an OnlyFans too.
I'm sure.
But
stepping into Miniskirt Monday, like yeah. So
it's learning.
Yeah. Look, there's Laura's low rank adaptions that you can run on when you're generating an image that will add certain features, like
I can see
the most prominent features in this image.
Yeah, I can.
You can also build a. Oh, Spectre, you're right. Spectre says they're not going to hear you say that for 40 minutes. Yes, that is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care.
Flame Rumble.
Yes, the pokies, yes. But yes, you can also build textual embeddings so that every image you generate, you just say woman and use the textual embedding, and it will generate it'll take woman and then it will build the same facial structure every single time. So that's how they do this stuff. So it's very interesting.
I can just I can see the halo around her hair. Yeah, it's dead giveaway.
Really? I don't think that's the dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Based on the background, it's kind of fitting.
Look, the extreme bouquet.
Yeah,
is
that's probably more what it is. But like, there's such a massive halo around her hair. It's not. It's.
You could say on the left-hand side, it's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the hands, if we got shots of the hands, they haven't quite.
No, those hands look fine.
Yeah, those are fine. But if it was like in action or like a profile, AI's got like, just little facts of that.
Yeah, the face looks touched up, but it's the hair that kind of.
Yes, Costy. AI more real woman than trans.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So yes, I for one welcome our new AI overlord, AI thought overlords. Biden's dog, Commander, sent Secret Service officers at a hospital, bit 6 others after replacing his first pooch, Major.
Good dog.
And that's exactly right. The first dog was ousted because of similarly aggressive behavior. Like, just send this fucking dog to training. Tom Bolo says, I thought the knock shop was a car repair place. No.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to training, does the dog need training or does the owner need training?
I don't even know what they actually do with this dog, like other than bring it out for photo ops.
Probably just neglected.
The answer is both.
Great.
You got to train both the dog and the owner.
Yeah.
Because
Biden's not the owner. Like, let's be real.
We all know.
I know,
They've
but-
already
we know.
tried Biden already over that one.
it's just,
It's
there's
And
a
right there-
reason why dog owners are responsible for what their dogs do, because they let them do it.
so is
They
Joe
let you do it.
responsible for Joe then?
So, they need to just stop. Not all like Trump got away with not having a dog in the White House. They didn't have a pet.
I mean,
That's
the
'cause
media
Trump's a neat freak.
screamed bloody murder about it, probably.
No, Trump's notoriously germphobic.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the media's response.
Did you
Because
not
they
know
went
that,
ham on the changes he made to the garden, I believe.
Oh, he didn't make them. But
Oh God,
Melania did.
fallen preacher.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Melania.
No,
No.
no,
No. But probably true.
Meet Veronica Correa, the Portuguese mum, who threw her 36G bra at Drake and knocked him out, apparently. It's now revealed she's been contacted by Playboy. She's 21 from Rhode Island. She tossed her undergarment on stage. Drake grabbed it and said, 36G, locate this woman immediately. Now she's revealed Playboy asked her to apply. So
Damn.
there she is. Baldo pointed out something. This is her.
Oh, she's still got at least got a boob tube on. Okay, cool.
I like that you say that's.
I was hoping you wouldn't be showing tits and get banned as well.
Daily Mail's not going to show that.
Not true.
36G.
It's me. I threw.
That is a very unfortunate face.
Anything that happens in 36G, find this girl immediately.
Those eyebrows. Ugh.
Did you know?
Man.
So yeah.
Tim Wood.
No. No.
Poor Tim.
No. She's old enough to be my
yeah,
daughter.
they still make Playboy. They just do it digitally.
You mean she's young enough to be your daughter?
I'm old. Sorry, I'm old. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm old enough to be her father.
Only if you gave birth, like only if you had her when you were 16 or something.
I'm 39. She's 21.
Oh, well, there you go.
18. 18, 19. Yeah.
Half your age plus 7.
She doesn't fit into that anymore.
Oh, well.
Yeah, because that would be 26, 27 would be my minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, way too young for me.
Still legal, so that's fine.
Yeah, there is that.
A Mormon missionary who nearly died while preaching scripture in Argentina reveals how church leaders simply told her they'd say a prayer for her when she begged them for medical help. I'm pretty sure this is a Costi story. A Ryu
Such
story.
a boring position too.
Keeley. Who the fuck is these ridiculous names?
That's a fucking Utah deal.
That's a Utah name? Keeley.
No, it's fucking the weird fucking names.
The weird spelling.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a black thing.
Usually it's like Keyleigh.
I would have, considering it's Kaylee, yeah, Ka, yeah.
Keeley, yeah.
Keeley, yeah. 24 from Utah developed a lump on her back during the trip.
Oh.
There you go. Whatever.
We
what?
saw- we
this
did-
is
we
a
did this
duplicate.
one.
Okay, well, this is because one of you's not like been paying attention and posted the same story twice, or Ryu's just fucking with me. More than usual, rather. Barbie mums battle it out over bad theater behavior and viral video. God damn it.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about what, Dave?
Oh, I thought it was a bad link.
No.
But you're...
We don't accept your apology, Dave.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Throwing hands, bitch!
That's not really throwing hands. It's more just like
Sorry,
pushing
sorry.
hands
Oh,
slowly.
sorry. I was only watching out the corner of my eye. No, that okay.
Feminism at work.
Yeah.
There we go.
They don't need no man. The man should just stay out of it.
It's Brazil, okay.
Okay.
I thought this was like Florida or something.
Okay, so nothing to do with the actual movie itself. It was
No. It's just two people hitting each other in a theater and like in a Barbie
because
screening.
they couldn't control their kid.
A post on social media showing Barbie moviegoers berating an inconsiderate parent who allegedly let her child watch YouTube videos throughout the screen. So maybe the kid.
Yeah, it was the kid's actions, and
The kid was watching YouTube video. Maybe the phone was playing out loud or some stupid shit, and it was being disruptive.
or just the light itself.
Oh, Fallen, yeah, there is no Playboy magazine anymore. There's a website, and they also run their OnlyFans clone. But that's it.
Speaking of,
And no, they're not relevant. Not relevant in the slightest.
well, guess who's on that Playboy app?
Megan Leto Marks.
We just talked about her actually.
Megan Fox?
No, Veronica Correa.
Ah, yes.
I just went to Playboy.
The
36G lady.
Oh, okay.
I just went to Playboy.com just to look at the site, and then
Because it's your homepage.
just because you brought it up, and then I scrolled right. The first thing I scrolled down, she's the first featured bunny.
Is there any nudity on this?
I think you might have to pay or log in, or I don't know, but she's the featured bunny right now on Playboy.com. There you go.
Oh yeah, Veronica Correa. There she is.
Yeah. Makeup and hair does a lot.
It
Cleared
sure
that.
does.
Cleared that eyebrow problem.
No, the eyebrows are still there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're not connecting it.
The two caterpillars attached to her forehead are still there. Yes.
The question: Anna or her?
Anna.
Which
Anna?
Yeah.
Star Wars girl or Kasparian?
Kasparian or Star Wars?
Actually, I'll take either or over Veronica Correa. So,
yeah.
In the words of one of the best ads, why not both?
Yeah, why not both?
Yeah.
Shoplifting suspect casually rolls out 3 carts of merchandise from California Burlington store.
This was the best one.
I'm gonna refresh because I know the video's not gonna fucking play anyway. So
Stealing. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Look at this.
what the?
Tim's favorite girl right there.
That's a huge bitch.
What? What the hell?
They're
is
white.
that?
This is weird for me. They're white. They're stealing so much shit.
License plate down. What's your name, ma'am? What's your name?
You get too close, man. They'll fucking stab you.
That's okay. Police report has been filed.
Is she gonna hit anything?
So disrespectful. They didn't even return their trolleys.
Oh fuck!
Can you
What
can
has
you
the
believe
society
that?
come to?
At least if you're going to use the trolleys and shoplift, at
What's
least
a
return
trolley?
them. shopping cart.
There's literally a place that they put there to gather the carts. So just
Yeah, it's
put it
a
in the
trolley
bin.
corral.
But they have to waddle.
Waddle your ass back with that trolley.
Yeah, what? It's like sheep even stay upright. It's like, what the hell?
I don't know. Most of my family historically has been that fat. Like my grandparents and aunts and all that shit. Like I don't understand it.
So
Have
when
they
you
been
when
able
they
to do
walk
a
around, do you hear bottom bom bottom bom bottom bottom?
That's what we heard in our head. Yes.
Have they stole over like $20,000 worth of merchandise?
I don't know. They're all dead now. So
Oh, actually,
yeah.
I've got.
Yes, they smelled, Eric. Yeah, and there's a reason kids don't like hugging their grandparents and their aunts is because they're big fucking fat bitches and they smell horrible.
Oh,
They
Jesus,
like,
dude, that's
just,
so mean.
Well, speaking from experience, like they fucking smelled, and they were big and fat. And she's like, no, this is not nice.
I had an aunt that smelled like tamales like all the time.
Smelled like tamales.
Tamales, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
No,
What
well, this is the song. This is the music you should hear when they're walking around.
Effectively, yeah. Yep.
Anyway, this is Ralph's theme.
Poor Ralph. Not poor Ralph.
Wait,
Damn it, I lost my
poor Ralph.
place.
Moving on.
I lost my place.
better,
No,
though.
there we go.
He's in a better place than he was a year ago.
He's almost dead.
Yeah,
Pants
I was
in
gonna
a
say,
better place.
Is he? Pansy
He's
was taking
dead.
both
His
of his
wife
kids.
has left him. He's burned
Yeah.
every bridge that he
You
had.
can always get this AI.
I agree with Dave. He's in a better place. He's almost there. He's almost at the finish line.
That means he's almost in a better place.
Okay.
First AI sex toy allows users to masturbate controlling only their mind. Sorry, using only their mind. How?
Okay.
What the fuck?
An
This
AI
AI-powered sex toy will blow you away. Oh god.
This is
This is going to be a man one, isn't it? Yep, it's a man
Yep.
one.
This is what Neuralink is working towards.
Brian Sloan, who previously produced a male masturbation sleeve known as the Auto Blow, sought help from a group of researchers to create the new device, which is powered by encephalography.
Yeah.
Until now, we've only controlled sex toys using buttons and dials, which is 100-year-old technology. You know what else is a really old technology? The fucking wheel. Doesn't mean you need new wheels. Thinking yourself or someone else to orgasm will transcend the human experience, giving us all
What the
a
fuck is
completely
that
new
one?
sexual experience. For the mind-blown masturbation experience, a user must be hooked up to an EEG, which measures the spontaneous electrical activity of the brain. The hands-free sex toy, dubbed the Auto Blow AI Plus, of course, because it's got to have the plus,
Of course.
is subsequently fastened to the user's penis and is connected to Wi-Fi on a nearby table. I'm sorry, but masturbation should not be this involved. If it is,
Yeah.
you've probably got a problem.
This is some THX 138 bullshit.
The
What does that
EEG
say above it?
above
with
it.
Go up just a teeny bit.
What?
It right here. It says above in the corner where it says like the OC star.
Oh, for God's sakes!
No, like I'm not gonna
God's
snap.
sakes, Roy.
I'm not gonna snap. Like, can we stop looking at the side things while we're doing a story?
Roy, you try and control your fucking OCD or your ADD. Yes, so the headset measures brain user function, which in turn controls the actions of the Auto Blow via Wi-Fi. Jeez, I hope you don't get distracted and rip your dick off.
Don't get too involved.
Your phone rings and you
It's gonna work a little too well.
The researchers who are experts in the field of neurotechnology, Jesus fucking Christ.
All I'm seeing is.
I mean, that's just the Auto Blow one.
Yeah, that's
just a fleshlight inside
That's
an
just,
area.
that's just a fleshlight with a fucking motor.
Yep. So
Dude,
once we're all chipped,
yeah, I'm sure this is fun in front of a group of people.
I'll
Two people
tell
in
you
lab
this is where
coats.
Tim is at
Yeah.
right now.
Why would you give the
Tim's
controller
testing
to
it.
someone else?
yeah. As soon as we're chipped, I'm seeing state mandated orgasms.
Yeah, like
That's a
THX,
fetish. I'm pretty sure that's like a
1138.
milking fetish.
Well, if the government
No,
wanted you to have a
the
wife
government
fetish, you
controlling
would.
when you can orgasm.
Are we sure
Yeah.
this isn't how they're controlling Biden?
Oh Lord.
Him sniffing all the little kids is how he's trying to break free.
Mm.
Oh, God.
They have to be a woman from birth. Miss Italy defends decision to ban trans women from competing, saying it will not jump on the glittery bandwagon of trans activism.
Based Italy.
Yes, Italy continues to be based. Miss Italy patron Patrizia Mirigliani says contestants must be woman from birth. This comes after the Netherlands crowned its first male-born winner on July 8th. Like, seriously? Well, there you go. So this is
Did you
the
ever
Miss
see the
Italy.
Netherlands?
Yeah, this was the Netherlands one. So, but yeah, so Miss Italy patron Patrizia left with. So this is Miss Italy 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's the Dutch one. Very, very disappointing. See, I'm split because one of my heritages is based as fuck, and the other heritage is woke as fuck. So it's two wolves, and they're both retarded.
Look, at least you have a base. At least you have a based lineage. Whereas me, all of my lineage is woke.
Yes.
All of my lineages are going woke. So, yeah, English, Danish, German, they're all going woke. So
there you go. There's a lovely, attractive man for you, Tim.
I don't think I have any
Tim.
Dutch in me. So
Dylan or this one?
No, but if you go out with
Neither.
her, you will.
Only a little. Just a tip.
damn. Now,
Anyway,
I mean, Nancy Mace, though, I would,
well, she'd tell you no in the morning, but anyway.
Mm.
Yes. So of course there were Eric's like handsome woman. Yes.
Yeah.
So very handsome woman. Anyway, so yes, the Congress held hearings into the alien whistleblower, not the whistleblower who was an alien, but the whistleblower who's blowing the whistle over alien programs. I had a whole discussion with my wife about this because she came down and was telling me about it, and I'm like, and she was quite incredulous as to that they were even spending time on it. And I pointed out to her, like, it's probably not true, but if it was true, if we were fighting, a Cold War against other countries over alien technology, wouldn't the people have a right? Like, wouldn't that make this important? Like, this would be newsworthy. That's why this is newsworthy, because I mean, it could, if it's true, holy shit.
Intelligent extraterrestrials. Intelligent extraterrestrials.
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
So he's full of shit.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency, what contractors, who should be called into the next hearing about UAPs, either in a public setting or even in a private setting? And you probably can't name names, but what agencies or organizations, contractors, et cetera, do we need to call in to get these questions answered, whether it's about funding, what programs are happening, and what's out there?
I can give you a specific cooperative and hostile witness list of specific individuals that were in those.
And how soon can we get that list?
I'm happy to provide that to you after the hearing.
Super, thank you, and I yield back.
This whole thing is so fucking weird. Like, it's so fucking weird.
Thermo, I put one of their photos in
I saw
private
that.
chat.
Welcome to Earth.
one of the recovered biologics. Look, if this guy is telling the truth, it's the biggest story in history. If it's not, like, if he's not, which look, I think he's not. Like, I really don't. I think he's full of shit. Or the people,
Russell Cassidy,
or the people who are talking to him are full of shit, because he's got no first-hand information. This is all second and third hand, people familiar with. And I mean, look, how much do we trust people familiar with the investigation, people close to the president, people familiar with
from the media? Yeah, no
people
trust.
familiar with the president's thinking. What? So the president's familiar with his thinking. Nobody else is. Like, this is all it's all very, very hinky.
UAPs are just drones, basically.
And something does not sit right about this whole, like, if true, this guy would have died in a car accident, or a plane would have gone down, and he magically died.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that pilots see a black tic tac, quote unquote, on their cameras and radar.
It's not a black tic tac; it's a white tic tac. Like,
is it? Okay,
yeah,
either way,
because you're looking at it through infrared.
Okay,
Look, that shit is legitimate footage. By military pilots.
Exactly. Doesn't mean it's
who are running into objects that move in manners that cannot. We literally do not have the technology to make things move in that way. These
If
things
we're talking about aircrafts,
yes. These things are able to move in a manner that is impossible using our current level of technology. These things have no. These things are just a tic tac like shape. Like, there is no way for them to move unless they are using some sort of technology that is not known to us, or
and that's why
that is not publicly known to us.
And that's why some people are theorizing that it's not actually an aircraft, but it's actually light to imitate the look of an aircraft.
I don't know.
It's light.
Yeah.
The
problem
is light doesn't show up on infrared. Light doesn't show up on radar. These things are detectable. These things give radar returns.
I think it's all kind of over my head, to be honest. It's just capture one.
The tinfoil hat thermo, which I should actually have a thermo that has a tinfoil hat. But the tinfoil hat in me says what are they trying to hide? Like, what are they using this to hide? Because realistically, if this is turning into a fucking conspiracy theory show, like the guy from last week commented.
Always was.
But no, if this was real and the governments around the world didn't want this revealed, and it was important that it remained secret, this guy would have died. This guy would have had a random heart attack. We don't know. He went into cardiac arrest and died. We accept that every fucking day now. Like, how fucking easy is it for government to get rid of people now? They just have to magically have a fucking heart attack. They had a cardiac arrest. COVID. We don't know the cause. Oh, who knows? We'll never know.
That reminds me, Thermo. Yeah. I think one of my neighbors is an alien too.
From Mexico or
from another continent
or from another planet.
From Canada.
From Canada, eh? Do you live next to Viva?
No.
Viva's in Florida.
I think he's got a green card. So
yeah, he's in Florida.
Anyway, Brittany Brower, former America's Next Top Model contestant, reveals she was paid nothing for appearing on Tyra Banks' hit show, as she urges reality stars to join actors and striking and writers in striking.
Oh, please do, please do, please do.
Come on, burn the whole fucking thing down. Yes, that's what I want. Start over.
This is a good
jump in.
Fallen, that is a very good point. Fallen says, Thermo, you think the government is as competent as they were 20 years ago? This shit slipped through the cracks, or they just don't care anymore because they have enough control over the population. Look, I don't think government. I don't think government has ever really been competent. I think once governments, when they get big enough, organizations generally, when they grow to a certain size, they become incompetent because there's a thing called the Peter Principle, and the Peter Principle states that you will rise to the level of your own incompetence. So if you are if you're a good employee, you'll get promoted, and then you get promoted, and then you get promoted, and then you get promoted, and you will get promoted until you cannot do the job, and then you will just stay there. So you will rise to the level where you can't rise any further, and that's usually the part where you can't do the job. Which is why a lot of middle management are fucking retards. Because they used to be the level below, and they were very good at their job. And then they've been promoted because they were very good at their job, and they're shit at their new job, and now they are stuck there.
I
and that's why you get
actually.
Yeah,
I think they was just competent.
Yeah, so
I don't think they were very good at it. If they were really good, they wouldn't be moved.
So, and look, yeah, it's all a bit of bullshit. Oh, I just realized my phone's in the other room. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I don't think government is. I think government is definitely less competent, but
I think
look, 20 years ago, it would have been easy to kill a story.
Yeah,
like absolutely. It would have been easier to kill a story. It's a lot harder to kill a story now that the internet is everywhere. But there's so much bullshit out there. Like there is just, I see made up shit every fucking day. I was looking at the fucking flat earth people this morning. Like, are you fucking kidding? How the fuck can you think the earth is flat?
What about the mole people?
The mole people are real. I've seen them with my own eyes. And the chupacabra. No, but it's so easy to disprove the flat earth. But no matter what you show these people, they can't be convinced.
What about Atlantis?
Atlantis. Oh, look, there's I don't think there's any geological evidence for Atlantis, but there are lost continents. There is a lost continent off the coast of Australia.
Yeah. I would say, I think if I recall the Atlantis thing, it was potentially in the what we call the Sahara Desert so I think a shift in the climate, like the climate.
Well, the Sahara
Atlantis
used to be subtropical.
Yeah,
it used to be covered in trees and shit.
Yeah, and that's where we believe that the so-called Atlantis city would have been, which would make sense because it kind of would connect
it was obviously Antarctica.
Africa with the middle of Africa.
Look, it was obviously Antarctica because that's where the Stargate is. But anyway,
I thought that was in Egypt.
Back to this. No, well, they found the Stargate in Egypt, but the lost city of Atlantis was in Antarctica because that's where the ancients arrived, or it was before they left again. But yes, this is fascinating to me that she actors like models on America's Next Top Model don't get paid shit. Like, are you kidding?
Well, they did get paid. She even says she got paid something at the end of the article.
Well, she says she didn't earn a single cent from her time on the Supermodel series, at all. If you didn't earn a single cent, then you didn't get paid.
Yeah, but the exposure is worth...
Exposure doesn't pay the bills.
Right here.
So for her appearance, also in All Stars, Brittany did make it clear she received $1,000 per episode to go towards bills. So, but that's not the first time she appeared. Yeah. So the first time she appeared, they got paid nothing.
Yeah.
They
But
received a
like
per
even
diem
Big
for our
Brother,
groceries.
they don't get paid anything if
Yeah,
you
they do.
go to.
If I recall that show, they like
Let me blow your mind. If you're on
They-
Survivor, even if you don't win, you get paid. Because Survivor has to meet labor laws.
Yeah, even down under, these reality show participants get paid.
Like Survivor has like a sliding scale. Like if you come in second on Survivor, you make like $40,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You get paid like
it's entirely based on how long you spend on the island, and it's because when you leave the island, they have to you have to stay with the
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
Because it has to be kept under wraps. Sorry, I've got a lot of like Survivor knowledge. I'm a big Survivor fan.
No, I understand.
So very nice.
Yeah.
I used to watch Top Model with the missus. It was a great show.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, the missus makes sure that's understandable.
So why is this not loading? Oh, there we go. And Sean William Scott says I was only paid $8,000 for American Pie.
That sounds about right.
So
Yep.
Stifler got $8,000 for making the movie. I mean, I assume he got paid more for the follow-ups.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair,
I hope so.
But yeah, he did get stiffed on the first one.
So,
I wouldn't even call it stiffed. If
so
it-
he and co-star
Go-
Jason Biggs were allegedly paid $5 million each for their performance and recently reunited in a DoorDash commercial in character.
excuse me.
But were they known actors at that
No.
stage? No.
No.
The movie
So
had
that's
about,
the reason why they got paid
Yeah,
so
yeah,
little.
absolutely.
The
That,
movie-
look, that $8,000 is the day rate. They would have just got they just got the day rate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they provide a really good performance. So they came back with a sequel and was able to get a better
but
deal.
for the original. So he's saying for the
He
original,
got $8,000 from the original film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An original film that was honestly an unknown film. Like,
Yeah. Well, it was just a sexy teen comedy.
Yep.
That they
So-
thought they were just not going to make any money off of.
And what happened to those? Those have
Yeah, but-
fucking just died.
It had a budget of $11 million.
Those were fun as
Oh, great.
I thought that was going to bring back the days of Animal House and Revenge of the Nerds. Like
It kind of
Yeah.
did.
It's sort of
not for long
yeah.
though.
no, for like,
but there
but for
there
the early
was,
2000s, yeah.
six,
Yeah, it was pretty
six
good.
or seven movies.
There's 7
in-
American
in the-
Pies.
in-
Yeah,
in
but
the
only-
National Lampoon.
in
Only
the
three of them.
three.
Only three got theatrical releases. That's what
Yeah.
counts. The rest is
Four
just straight
did.
to video.
4 did.
What was the fourth one?
American
Bandcamp
Wedding?
did too.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
one was American Pie.
American Reunion.
Apparently, you can,
No.
Eric.
No.
There's
Ria's right. Ria's right. Was Bandcamp.
There's Jennifer Lawrence was in a film that's like an R-rated sex comedy.
Mm.
So this year,
Because I was
actually-
working at Cinemark at that time, or
Yeah, there's-
Tinseltown, whatever it's called.
Yeah. There's actually 9. There's 9
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
There's the 1, 2. There's 4 in the main line, and there's 5
Yeah.
spin-offs.
Yeah.
Um,
1,
and
2, the wedding, and then
Reunion.
the rest of them.
So the original series with Stifler and everybody is 1, 2, Wedding and Reunion. And then you have the 5 spin-offs, which are Bandcamp and all the other ones. And the consistent one is Jim's dad. He's the one who comes back for everything, Eugene Levy. He's the returning cast member. He's the constant throughout the franchise. But there's 4 main movies and 5 spin-offs.
but yes, it's called No Hard Feelings. Is the film. So it's an R-rated sex comedy featuring full frontal nudity.
Oh, that's right.
So-
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, also on the topic of Hollywood and not getting paid, rather than going back to the negotiation table to give a fair deal to writers, the studios are going to start terminating some of their first look and overall deals with writers as soon as Tuesday. So there is no letting up.
Yeah, at this point, the producers just go, "Fuck it."
The producers are done. They're like, they said a couple of weeks ago, we're happy until they, we're going to wait until they start getting evicted from their houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you see the deal with influencers now? If they're not going to participate in their strike, they're going to be barred from Hollywood too.
So influencers are going to have to stop
All those
influencing.
TikTokers are going to have to. They're not have.
They're going to be counted
uh,
as scabs.
Yeah, all the influencers who end up getting like mainstream deals and stuff like that,
Well,
like
they're not getting mainstream
your
deals,
iDubbbz, your
yeah.
Lily Ponds, all you people who end up moving into mainstream, Amanda Cerny, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they're gonna get
go to mainstream anymore.
blacklisted.
Thank God.
Yep.
That's gonna be. Look,
stay with us.
You know what the problem
The
is?
plebs.
You know what the problem is, right? If that happens, that could actually break the guild.
Good.
Because if enough people are blacklisted, they'll just
Yeah.
make like a shadow, like another. They'll make their own guild with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah.
That's if they go down that route. They could just go independent.
Yeah, just
Unless
make
there's something.
Just make every project non-union, and SAG has nothing to. Well, SAG can try and pull their guild members into line.
Yeah.
But if people just don't, if people just leave the guild.
But if they're not replenishing their numbers, then
yeah,
that guild's gonna die.
Yeah.
Good.
Model with world's biggest cheeks concerns fans as she goes under the knife again for more extreme surgery.
What the hell?
33-year-old Anastasia Porshek, Porsche, has gone under the knife again. She's believed to have the world's biggest cheeks. Is everybody ready? I just want a trigger warning for everybody. This weird shit.
She looks like a Bogdanov sister. She's the lost.
And if
Bogdanov
you can't tell,
sibling.
chat, from fucking Ryu giggling, I'll give you 2 guesses whose story it is.
She looks like Bruce Campbell in Escape
Yeah, it's
from
a Costy
LA.
story. That's right, folks. It's a Costy story. So from world's biggest cheeks to getting your face fixed for resting bitch face. So this surgery fixes resting bitch face in an hour. Patients can't stop smiling about it. 1 second.
Which one is the resting bitch face? They both look pretty bitchy to me.
The before is clearly the resting bitch face. Look, it's just cheek filler.
In my defense, I was given 2 choices, so I threw a random name out.
So yes, so she suffered from a permafrown, but on a
Thermo,
recent
you're gonna have a
FaceTime-
Montograph now.
I'm going to have a Montograph.
Yeah, Costy's a deal.
Oh, Costy says it's not a me story. I'm going to Montograph you guys for defamation. Wow. You can't. You don't know who we are. We don't know who you are. So none of us have suffered any ill effects. You'd have to dox yourself to suffer ill effects.
Also, truth is an absolute defense.
Exactly,
Try it.
truth is an absolute defense. Costy's the only one in the chat that can afford to sue us. Let's be real. Costy's the only one in the chat. Not true. I love you, chat. You guys are great. So yes, resting bitch face can be cured. I'm a professional girlfriend who has 3,000 boyfriends. I make $40,000 a month and plan to retire by 35.
She can do it.
Jenna Madison, 30, estimates that she has 2,500 to 3,000 boyfriends in total.
Wait, she doesn't know who she's got contacts with? Like,
they're boyfriends, but she doesn't know how many she has.
Oh God, her business model.
That's like primary school boyfriend. Like, oh, I'm boyfriends. That's my boyfriend. Fucking Christ. An OnlyFans model rakes in up to $40,000 a month as a professional girlfriend to lonely men online. She charges men for providing emotional support.
I doubt she's taking any of that cock.
No, she's taking
the money.
Looks like it's
none
all
of those.
digital.
Ain't none of those men getting her anywhere near their cock.
Nah.
And
Not
with all
for
the profits
$100
she's
a minute.
making, she could retire in just 5 years. Yes, amazingly, if you make $40,000 a month, you could retire in 5 years.
Yes, means you're making nearly
this
500
is,
grand
this
a year.
is this is the lady Jenna. She was a young woman struggling to make ends meet. She could never have imagined that one day she'd be a whore. I mean, a millionaire.
No, you had it right.
God, that really is a look. The whatever they do to make their eyes look big, the huge lashes and the bright red cheeks.
The red cheeks and the tight mini dresses.
Yeah,
the besom.
Jenna first began stripping when she was just 19 years old due to having a lot of money problems. I don't think it was just the money problems. Her family her family home went into foreclosure, and her mother had lost her job. She kept stripping it, and she kept her stripping as a secret for 2 months, and then finally opened up about it to her mother. Notice she opened up to her mother. So cough, cough, daddy issues.
Yep.
This girl does not have a father. Where's Tim? I don't know. You're in the Discord with him. You feel free to message him. He gets the link, same as everybody else.
I know, but these would be perfect ones for him.
Yeah, he could fix her. We just have to let Tim fix her instead. Jenna, who has more than 124,000 followers on Instagram, has since stopped stripping and gone on to being a professional girlfriend, which she loves. She gets really intimate with her boyfriends. She talks to them like a regular girlfriend and provides emotional support. She's just one of those AI girlfriends without the AI.
They can just hire the Amaranth one.
Yeah. The model charges $100 a minute for things like custom video. See, when they said girlfriend experience, this isn't what they meant.
No. $100 a minute. Fuck that.
I remember back in the day when like sex lines cost like $5.99 a minute. And remember thinking, wow, who would ever call that? That's so expensive.
Russell Greer.
Fucking 30 years later.
Man, inflation's a hell of a bitch.
Yes. So, fucking hell. I don't care about Katie Price. We lost Sinead O'Connor this week. So, if anybody's heard the song "Nothing Compares," that's Sinead O'Connor. She was 56. Song? Nothing compares.
Never heard of it.
Nothing compares to you. That's her.
Never heard of it.
Never heard it.
Ryu was young.
Look it up, right?
Ryu is young.
Oh yes, he's a sweet summer child. But yes, so she also tore up a picture of the Pope on SNL.
Oh yeah, she's a comic because she's Irish, but yeah, she was a good singer.
But yeah, it would appear she took her own life. So, which is that's always sad. She her son actually took his own life about 18 months ago.
Yeah,
and apparently that was the impetus to it, I guess. Like that was the final.
Yeah, I guess so.
The one. So yeah, you are right, Pidge. Yeah,
Prince wrote the song. Yeah,
he wrote a lot of songs.
He's was a very prolific songwriter. I do have to say, on the topic of Prince, I can't stand Little Red Corvette.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I really can't.
Oh, apparently Nothing Compares to You was done by the family first, and then Sinead did a cover of it. I was just Googling as Wallen was talking about it. Yeah, no, apparently Sinead's version is a cover.
Okay.
Either way, they're good. Both good.
Actor Kevin Spacey breaks down in tears as he's found not guilty of sexual offense charges by London jury.
So legally, he's not a pedophile, but
yeah. So.
But
we just have to say previously charged with sexual offense.
Kevin Spacey, who was most likely a pedophile, most likely.
Well,
no, that doesn't really work when he's gone through the judicial system.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Well, the prosecutor called him a sexual bully. I guess that's a look. Let's be real. If it was women he was accused of touching, he would have been found guilty. So,
but if it's all fine, well, if it's all good to call Michael Jackson a pedophile, we can call Kevin Spacey a pedophile.
Yeah,
so.
but it's not. It's not all good to call.
It's not.
Michael
all good.
Jackson is not a pedophile.
I agree.
It's not, and they can
they
get
still,
away with
they do it
because
anyway.
He's dead.
They do it anyway. Looking at you, Shapiro.
Yep. Teen brutally beaten at country concert as girlfriend looks on in horror. Gutless cowards.
Fights at Alabama.
God
okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, Alabama.
God damn you, Neil Post.
You know that's why I go to the New York Post for you, right?
I know.
It's just to hear you bitch.
There's no audio. Okay.
To be fair, that wouldn't be hearing much of really. Just
Barely
a lot
story.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Let's watch this.
We just thought it would be a nice, warm place to live where we could get to beaches.
I just never thought that I would have to flee a state for the good of my children.
The SB 254, this will permanent outlaw the mutilation of minors.
I want you to appreciate the smash cut there. This will permanently. Well, actually, he meant to say permanently, but he misspeaks sometimes. This will permanently make it illegal to mutilate minors. Smash cut to guy filling a U-Haul. That's the fucking cut. Like,
yeah, that's the story.
CNN.
Permanent outlaw the mutilation of minors.
Like a literal fucking smash cut.
Yeah, it's literally saying,
I remember Tori coming to me one time and in tears, which she doesn't normally do. And I asked her what was wrong, and she said DeSantis. And like the fact that a governor would be making my kid cry, that's a messed up government. We're absolutely moving because of the political climate and the laws in Florida. We didn't want to move. When the Florida Board of Medicine started meeting, and we realized that they were going to ban gender-affirming care for our kids, that...
Again, gender-affirming care. It just sounds so
What
neutral.
exactly is that?
Gender-affirming care.
It's reassignment.
So,
I
gender...
know.
Well,
I'm being a smart ass.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
it's mutilating genitals.
It's the euphemism they use for double mastectomies, orchectomies, penectomies.
Castrations.
Well, that's orchectomies where they take your balls, and penectomies where they take the whole kit and caboodle. And vaginoplasties, like these are all like what they like trans healthcare.
Yeah, I know.
we might need to leave because that is life-saving, essential medicine and treatment.
It is not life-saving. This isn't fucking chemotherapy.
And for our daughter.
I was very relieved when we decided to leave. I had never really heard that much about trans people until I was like 11 or 12. I didn't even know trans people existed. So I was just used to being uncomfortable. I started hormone blockers pretty soon after that.
Yeah, I mean, there was times before she started getting hormones and stuff that she was suicidal. But after she transitioned, she was much more outgoing, much more like comfortable with herself.
Okay, careful.
We are seeing many families that are leaving. I really think if you were to ask a member of a trans family, they would tell you they go to bed at night dreaming of how to get out of the state.
So that's the dining room right here, and then this is the living room.
My hope for the McKee family is they are able to find a community that embraces them.
We're lucky that we're able to get out. We're able to afford to leave. A lot of people can't, or it's going to be very difficult.
I feel really bad for the people that have to stay here. It's been difficult to access my hormones. I'm not honestly sure how I would continue to access care. Even if I wasn't trans, I wouldn't be comfortable here. It's just not a safe environment for queer people in general.
Bullshit.
I do fear for my daughter's safety. And just the fact that somebody might want to hurt her just for her being her, for her existence is scary. I worry about her every time she goes out. Almost the wide open view.
Yeah, sunsets are great from here.
No.
Sure, you can find another place.
I'm looking forward to just being in a place where I don't feel under attack, where I don't feel oppressed. It's just so sad that our country and our society are in this place of denigrating people like that and making them feel like they have no place.
It's just hard to start over all over again.
I've got
Gentlemen, we have a formula.
Well, look, Helen Joyce makes this point that mum and dad, they're going to be the most vociferous advocates for trans stuff forever till the day they die. because they've done this to their kid, and they have to, so that their brain will not let them admit that they've done this horrible thing to their child. They have to deep in their soul continue to believe this was the absolute right thing and that they did nothing wrong, because if they admit that no, maybe this is wrong, we should have just taken him to therapy with a therapist that isn't convincing them to be trans.
Good luck with that.
If they believe that, they have to believe they've done the worst thing a parent can ever do, and that is harm their own child. And they're not ever going to do this. So these people who trans their kids, they're always going to be incredible advocates for this bullshit.
In a little advice for people not wanting to be oppressed, then maybe they shouldn't be oppressing other people into their way of thinking. Really pisses me off.
Well, these people think they are oppressed. They think they are being oppressed because, well, the government has made these changes in laws that are affecting their family. So they consider themselves to be oppressed.
Well, the irony is these laws are like, you can't mutilate kids. Oh, I'm being oppressed.
But mutilation is healthcare. Rachel Levine told me so.
Yeah, and that's the fucking problem. When we play this newspeak game of, it's not mutilation, it's healthcare. Like, it's the same game. They've played the same fucking game over and over again. It's not abortion, it's healthcare.
I mean, there are technically mastectomies are a form of healthcare for fucking cancer.
For cancer, or for women who have the gene that basically says you will get cancer, you will get breast cancer, and you will die.
Yeah, basically you could do anything and just mark it as health. That's so healthcare.
Careful on how you say that.
Say what?
Now they're fucking the double mastectomies. If they're in Florida, what they're saying is everyone's got the fucking gene now.
Oh, so there's the trans people are just saying,
they're all
gene.
going to come up with the excuses. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be careful.
Well,
I'm fucking tired of it.
They can try that, but if you're a boy, you don't have enough breast tissue for it to matter.
Yep.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's going to backfire so bad because the gays use that excuse.
Well, I know
it's part of their genes, part of them. That the reason why they're gay.
The cure for gender dysphoria is puberty, and I'm really, really over people trying to make out that there's an alternative treatment.
Well, the cure for gender dysphoria is therapy from therapists who come at it from an angle of who aren't coming at it from an angle of, well, you're trans.
But the medical treatment.
The DSM says it right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's some hormones to stop you from going into puberty. So look, everybody feels weird as a child. Everybody, as a teen, as a child.
The cure is
because
puberty.
you're going through a change.
You're going through a change.
The cure is puberty because you're probably just gay.
Yeah,
you're probably just gay. Your body will sort it out.
Exactly. Real mental health.
Chloe,
9 times out of 10, your body will sort things out naturally.
Poker, that's
poker. No, that's cruel, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Thermo's got a story for that one.
For MAID, yes, I think there is. But finding it is a nightmare.
9 times out of 10, kids grow out of gender dysphoria and they grow up to be gay. Let's just stop acting like it's different.
Did you guys see the Chloe Cole one?
Yeah,
I did. See she testified because there was a whole fucking bunch of pushback on it. And I'm just like, what? Because she was 15 when she had a double mastectomy.
Yeah.
And the congressmen are saying, "Oh, that didn't happen." Like, these kind of things don't happen. Motherfucker, the woman in the boy, I guess, the boy in front of you. Sorry, the girl in front of you.
She was talking to a parent too, and then they fucking threw a goddamn fit in front of.
Well, the experts have said this doesn't happen, so the congressman's not going to believe the kid, right?
This is the most frustrating thing about the world today. The gaslighting is just so obvious. Like it is so obvious and out in the open, and everybody just joins in.
Yep. Oh,
that's not happening. But it is. It happened to this person. So how can you say it's not happening when it happened to this person?
Then you shift the goalpost.
Well, it happened to these people.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, it's
only happened to 1 or 2 people. Why are you making such a big deal about it?
Basically, scientists baffled. Yes.
Yeah, it's This is fuck it. I don't have any respect for governments or authorities. It's just or experts. I just no. No. I've gone.
And look, that's a shame because experts are important, but we've seen through the years that they can't be trusted. Like
when the experts lie,
they've all
what are
got
you
an
supposed
like.
to do?
The only experts you'll be able to hear from are the experts that toe the line of the organization that's putting them forward.
Yeah,
and it's on both sides. Like, let's not pretend
that's
that
absolutely
that the left and the right don't do exactly the same fucking thing when it
experts
comes to
need a
pushing
paycheck,
experts.
and they'll advocate for the person who's
everybody
paying
has
their
a price. Everybody has a price, and when the experts lie to you,
You know what?
are
But you know what
supposed
the
to
problem
do?
is? Recently with this, it's to become transparent. Like you only have to go back to 2020 with you can't go out without a mask. Oh, large gatherings. This concert will kill people. Oh, but this protest is fine. This protest is fine. This protest is important for public health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Anybody
sorry.
think
What?
they're going to bring that back in a few months?
Of course they will.
Lockdowns.
That's where
I think
worry
no.
about
I think
in Victoria.
lockdowns are dead. I think if any country that tries, or any Western country that tries lockdowns again for COVID, unless it's some new disease, they're going to have to fucking roll the dice again and have a new disease.
I guarantee
because for COVID, no way. You're
I'm
going to see half the population now who will be no. Fuck you.
I guarantee.
That's why I worry.
I guarantee that Victoria and Western Australia will try it.
That's why
Western Australia will probably just close their border,
which is a
no. Western
and then
Australia
go on the way they
different
the way they
body because they might be a little bit rocky, and if it is such a big thing, they'll just lock down the borders. Like I'm worried more about Victoria's way.
Victoria will absolutely try it.
Victoria
will
try weld you into your house.
Yeah.
This time around.
No,
you can't leave.
The people will react to it, sure, but the governments will try it. That's my thought.
Yeah,
That's
but
my.
I think
the current government's still popular. Like it didn't affect them.
No, yeah, but I think next time around you'll get more open revolt. You'll get more people actually standing up and going, no, we did this before. It didn't work. It didn't actually help.
Yeah.
No.
I agree. There'll be more pushback this time, but they're still going to try it, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Never underestimate just the ability of people to just stick to their ways.
I do not see it within the city itself. Outside in the rural areas, they'll kick up a big fuss.
Yeah.
Look, in red states in the US, I don't see any of those states locking down.
No.
Like if you get a red legislature or a red governor, they're not gonna follow any orders to lock down.
No, it's the blue ones that scared the living shit out of me.
Well, you've got a blue governor, so you've got a gay governor, but he's ostensibly
straight. But I think he's fucking gay. But that's just me.
Any state locking down is political suicide for the governor or the representatives.
Well, no, any red state doing that, I think.
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Chris,
I was gonna say California will try.
Look, they fucking re-elected Kathy. Like they elected Kathy Hochul for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
New York, like fucking hell.
I
and Gavin Newsom, they didn't even recall. So, like, what the fuck?
They cucked on that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I think that was on the shonk too. That was very shonky, and that was easily manipulated. Anyway.
Well, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
We're on the path to finishing the NDA this week. It's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Wonk wonk. Wonk wonk.
Dude, the guy had a TIA. Full stop.
A what?
A trans ischemic attack.
Yes, that looks like
that's what TIA looks like.
Yeah, that's a seizure.
He froze.
It's a mini heart attack.
It's a mini stroke.
That's the one.
Yep.
It's the stroke you have when you're not having a stroke.
Okay.
He Fetterman.
Never go full Fetterman.
Yeah.
Oh, then,
So
like I
this is
didn't.
the,
know.
we're coming up.
I didn't actually know what that was. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's later he was fine. But yeah,
it just brings us to the question of the age of the Congress and why it's so old.
Well, DeSantis was pushing term limits on congressmen and senators. So,
like, if they keep doing this, yes, people will push for term limits.
Yeah,
term limits it's more than term limits.
Look,
I'm
not a fan of I'm not a fan of term limits. I'm against term limits because some legislators are very good at their job, and
they are. But if the president can have them, why not everyone else?
Well, just look at New York mayors.
Why should the president? Look, I don't think governors and presidents should have them. I think if the people want to re-elect you for a 4th term or a 5th term, you should be allowed to run. Like, what is the virtue of swapping out an executive every 8 years at the most?
I guess why were they brought in?
Promote
why were they brought
underlings?
Why were they brought in?
But that's exactly right. All it does is promote underlings. Underlings get moved up, who believe exactly the same thing.
Yeah, and they control it because the person who's supposed to be in charge gets replaced every 4 to 8 years.
It's like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. It doesn't actually do anything.
So
it makes you feel like you're doing something, but you're not.
Yeah, but it was the 22nd Amendment that brought in the term limits for the
president.
president.
It was because FDR was a fucking force of nature, and the people loved what he was doing and re-elected him fucking 3 times, and then he died in office. So that was the only reason for that.
Because it used to be tradition.
It was tradition,
gentleman's agreement that you would
look. The only person who has successfully run and won a 3rd term was FDR.
Yeah.
So he wasn't the only person to try.
No.
Teddy Roosevelt tried and he lost. That's how the US got Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah, FDR got 4 terms
because that was
then died.
Because Teddy ran as an independent. Well, he didn't run as an independent.
He
ran in his own party. And split the conservative vote, and thus you had Woodrow Wilson, who was a fucking racist.
Oh, of course.
And fucked up the country and was still seeing the effects as it's today.
So did FDR, but that's my understanding. But
FDR gets a pass because he won World War II.
Yeah, there is that. Not the worst, but among them. But Wilson far worse.
Yeah. He did
sensing
a good job in terms of not jumping in too early and jumping in at the right time. Which
no, I do not think the president of China and Russia are elected every term.
The president, preacher,
that doesn't
China is a lifetime appointment.
Yeah, well, Russia has elections.
Yeah, quote unquote.
I'm doing air quotes. Yeah. And so does China, but China doesn't have people electing them. They have the party elects. So,
but the president of China is a lifetime appointment.
He's been elected for a 3rd term, an unprecedented.
When do they have their elections? Because it's a lifetime appointment.
It's not a lifetime appointment.
I thought Xi Jinping is a lifetime appointment.
It's not a lifetime appointment.
What am I?
I think he's trying to change it to a lifetime appointment.
So he would like it to be a lifetime appointment. He's traditionally in China. That's how we got Hu Jintao, and Hu Jintao was replaced by Xi. Because the president before.
No, I know. I was right. In 2018, they removed the term limits.
Yeah, removing the term limits is not president for life. It means if they choose to, you can run again. And this is my point.
But
my point is, if you had the best president in the world, you can only have him for 8 years. Now, granted, if you have the worst president in the world, you can only have him for 8 years.
If he's worse, he should be voted out.
That's exactly right. Having an artificial line in the sand that says, "Oh, you can't run again," that's retarded. All that happens is
Brainiac come, please. We just need Brainiac.
Yes, Brainiac 15.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm saying term limits are...
Sorry, Tim, you don't know who Brainiac is.
I know.
Term limits
Excuse me.
Hey, I haven't needed...
I know who fucking Brainiac is.
I haven't needed the warning
alien. Yes.
The following story contains people Tim does not know. Tim's discretion is advised.
You know, the big villain with the spaceship and the tentacles, the green dude that DC breaks out whenever they need to do a crisis or big crossover event. Yeah, I know who the fuck Brainiac is. Come on.
Tom Bolo says the whole point of term limits for presidents is because they were a replacement for kings. Well, they weren't replacements for kings. The
president
they were
acts
just
as
they were
the
meant
king.
to they were meant to be. Well, no, the king has unlimited power. The president's power is limited by the Constitution. So the whole idea of a two-term limit
acts as the head of state,
was
which
just a thing that that Washington did. It was custom. So it wasn't set in stone. It wasn't intended by the founders to do that, because it was.
To be
it
fair,
was
the
just a
executive
tradition. It
has
was a
been
tradition
bloated.
thing.
Yeah, well, the executive wasn't that big to begin with,
And because the president's role at the founding was foreign, like as a representative of foreign nations and signing bills. The Congress took care of federal laws, and the states were mostly ran their own shit. It's only now that the federal governments have gotten so damn big and wide-reaching. So realistically, the power of the presidency should be drastically reduced.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ron Swanson was right. The president should just sit in a room with a button for the nukes. And that's it. And that's it. That's literally all the president should do.
Anyway, moment naked woman opens fire on drivers after police chase on San Francisco Bay Bridge.
Another day in San Francisco.
Is there video here? Yes, there is.
Oh, shit. This guy has a fucking gun.
Yeah, why don't you?
Oh yeah, fuck the car, bro. Oh shit. Holy shit! He is shooting. Holy shit, dude! Oh my god!
This
oh
way
my god!
you
Oh my
just
god! Oh my god!
change lanes and
Whoa!
Yeah, get your head down, boy, before
Bro.
she shoots you.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
You would be.
At least I think she's ran out.
We need a lawyer. We need a lawyer.
Ran out?
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like
gun it,
shit, dude.
literally, you would be
Holy
justified in
shit.
running her down. Yep.
That's Tim's next girlfriend.
Tim can fix that.
Oh no. Oh no. I mean, nah. San Francisco. I'm staying well away from there.
Aren't you going to California though?
I'm staying in Torrance for a week. I'm not leaving fucking the west side of LA. Like
Well, you never
I'm
know.
not going for fun. I'm going for technically for work.
Fawn says the refreshing naivete of Thermo on how honest politicians are counted by his cynicism on every other subject is delicious. Look, I think of it this way: if a politician is good enough, so if you really liked Trump, would you not want him to run for it, like be elected for a third term? Would you not like that option open?
Well, second term, but yes, I would also like a third term.
If he was elected if he was elected in 2020, like re-elected in 2020, would you not want him to run in 2024? If he was physically capable, would you not want him to run? And I'm not saying they should have to. I'm saying they should be allowed to.
I probably will need to see how he does.
How
in
many
the second term.
presidents would go, you know what? This 8 years was easy. I haven't aged at all. And
Honestly,
continue. I think a lot of presidents would actually just go. Would actually continue.
I guess I still oppose it because I want their power. I want their
I would
ability
also-
to. I want their ability to change things.
I would also make it so that senators are appointed by the state legislatures. Fuck this.
Yeah, based.
There's no
Based.
point directly electing
Senators
them. That
don't
was never the
represent-
intent.
Yeah, senators don't represent.
And it just muddies the fucking waters.
Senators don't represent the people; they represent the state itself.
They represent the people now, but that's irrelevant. They were never intended to represent.
That's what I mean.
wasn't the point.
They
That's
were
what I mean.
meant
They're
to
not- they're not-
represent the interests of the state.
Correct.
They were the voice of the states
Yes.
in Congress, which is why
Mhm.
when you appoint members of the executive and members of the judicial branch, the Senate are the ones who advise and consent, because that is the voice of the states
Yes.
advising and consenting on who will control the FBI, who will control these federal agencies that have sway over the states.
Yeah.
this was the original intent.
Yeah.
And if the founders had intended there to be term limits for presidents, then they would have had them.
Yeah. I guess for me, I want the term limits there because I want their power to be limited. I don't want a John Howard, for example, who's in power for nearly 15 to nearly 20 years.
Then blame the people then.
The people liked it. This is the thing. You can either have democracy or you can have this person isn't allowed to run anymore.
Well,
this person's term.
We all know how I feel about fucking democracy. Fuck democracy.
Yes, because it's a tyranny of the majority.
People decide or the people don't.
The people don't.
Oh no, you can't vote for this person because they're limited.
Yeah.
Look, Preacher, I agree. Preacher says they also intended us for the right to bear arms, not to be infringed. And here we are. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that should be fixed.
But if
that's Poker, that's right. The Canadians deserve Trudeau.
They do. But if
they voted for him, that's what they get.
Hence why
only 36%
in Victoria
of them voted for him, so
they deserved. But again, it's a constitutional amendment. The founders said that over time the constitution can be changed, and the people chose term limits.
If the
people
Americans
chose
see
term
fit
limits
to amend their constitution,
exactly. That's what happened. It was the 22nd
institute
amendment.
term limits on congressmen and senators, then so be it.
Yeah, that's it.
But like I said,
the people.
Look, if you want to do that for all of them, that's fine. I think it's a bad idea. I think there are some good legislators out there. Look at Rand Paul. Look at Thomas Massey. Both of them.
I agree.
Would be term limited.
There is. I agree with you. There is a risk of limiting the power of limiting the effectiveness of good.
Like for every fucking Joe Biden and what's his name? Fuck, how have I just forgotten? He was just the last Mitch McConnell. There's a Thomas Massey. There's a fucking Rand Paul.
Can't think of any from the Democrats though. So
easy, Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy, but
he's
here.
The
issue.
Good
Nancy Pelosi. Fucking Barbara, whatever the fucking name is.
Good
Eden, very attractive.
Barbara Eden,
very
yes.
good. Yes. What's happening? What are we doing?
We're discussing the virtues of term limits. The virtues and vices of term limits.
Yeah.
But like I just said, what about people like Thomas Massey?
Oh,
King of Kings.
Yeah, but then he'd be term limit. He would only be able to serve 4 terms. 8 years.
How many has he done?
Thermo, can we watch that video again?
Thomas Massey.
For
how long has
Cam's
he been in?
thoughts.
So Thomas Massey.
I don't want my thoughts. My thoughts are terrible.
Oh, fuck off, Wikipedia. I'm not going to give a shit about you. Thomas Massey has been in office since 2012.
Ooh.
So
he's a representative, so he's had like 5 terms.
Yeah, so he would four terms. He would have left last election, and it would have been someone else.
No, well.
So, or he would have moved to the Senate, maybe.
Maybe you could switch to Democrat.
I mean, that'll be one way.
Well, when you change the system, that means you need to be, you need, if you want shit to change within your term limits, that means you need to work a little bit fucking harder. And I'm okay with that. Like there is
I like the promises.
Yeah, there is.
I love the idea of that, but it's really not how that works.
No,
there's so much fucking just molasses style fucking just red tape that.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't. Like, if we did do term limits, which I'm fine with, I don't care. Nothing happens anyway. But if we did, nothing would happen ever.
Change is meant to be
fine.
slow.
I love that.
Change is meant to be slow. The US is not a fucking democracy. It's not meant to operate on 51%.
Well, that was
Don't tell the
entire point.
Democrats.
The entire point is if you can get all the states to agree,
gross.
Then you can do stuff.
Yeah, supermajorities is fine.
Oh, this guy's a fucking guy.
Cam, could you fix her?
Oh yeah, fuck the car.
Watch the screen.
Oh shit. Holy shit!
He is shooting.
Holy shit, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
How would you not just check that fucking bitch? I would fucking run that bitch over.
Yep. What the fuck?
As soon as I saw her
What the
like
fuck?
shoot at somebody, I just run that bitch over.
I think she ran out. She ran out.
See,
She ran
this
out?
is the privilege that everyone has.
Holy shit,
Like,
dude.
No, man, just kill
Holy
these people.
shit.
Just run them over.
Fucking, it's
Just
San
another-
Francisco. That's why.
Just
Yeah.
another Tuesday in California.
That's exactly right. Just another Tuesday in San
California.
Francisco.
California's fine. I agree with Dave. California's a broad enough fucking umbrella to label these retarded people.
I got what they voted for. Mark Zuckerberg is now as skilled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as Tim.
Actually, honestly, probably a little bit better because he trains with world champions. He's
Yeah,
probably,
but you've got a
staying
blue
on the
belt as
block?
well. Surely
I
that
do.
means everybody's the same.
What's that man's mauve belt? What does that mean?
That's a what? No, it's a purple belt. It's faded a bit. So
Looks
okay,
mauve.
yeah, it's mauve is like it's very faded. It's very.
I'm a mauve belt.
Mauve,
Mauve.
purple. So
Marv.
ranks. So your belts go white belt, blue belt. So white, blue, purple, brown, black. Right. So there's.
How many teenagers do you have
It's
to
like
beat up to
turning the
get a blue
dial
belt?
in the color down.
Sort of.
down.
So
Shane Davis.
the belt system is kind of adapted from judo because judo is a parent of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's where we kind of get the ranks from. Blue belt is your first main promotion after white belt. Takes about 2 years roughly. 18 months to 2 years is a good guideline. But Zuckerberg, as I know, he's been training. He's been training for a couple of years. But he's also training under world champions and.
How much do you have to know? Like
he's got access.
Give us an idea of the upgrade.
Fist goes in face.
No, it's got to be more than that.
Sorry, Tim. What were you saying?
For 2 years of in progress, like how much more do you have to like what do you have to do? Like how much?
It all depends.
better
It
do
all
you have
depends
to
on the
be?
school, but like
That doesn't make sense.
the general concept of a blue belt is that you're really good at the basics and you can kind of you understand the basics. You generally have a good idea how to remain comfortable in bad positions, and you can pretty much handle untrained people your size or a little bit bigger, right? You're not an expert. It is not.
So the white belt's just a chump. He just get handled by street dudes like all day long.
Well, it depends because it's
more or less.
White belt is just.
What's the deal with that chick in the back though? Like what belt
again,
is she?
Again, untrained just means like you've never trained a day in your life, right? We're not talking about a high school wrestler who walks in one day and puts on a white belt. That's not what we're talking about when we say white belt.
Can they do that?
Oh, absolutely. Because you're a beginner, right?
I wrestled with a high school wrestler because he's talking shit and just shamed him.
So the person off the street doesn't technically have a belt, or is it?
But you
still
walk
the
in,
white belt?
you would put on a white belt.
What if you had your own belt and you
White
just came
belt-
in? You're like, I got a green belt. Fuck y'all. Take it.
Well,
I have a number of black belts. They're all leather with some nice.
Green is not a green.
I've been out in the streets.
Green
Take my
is a
green
kid's
belt
rank.
from me,
So,
motherfucker.
Speaking as an actual teacher, green.
Wrestle
green is a kid's rank.
Tim, will
but
you wrestle
for
me?
argument's sake, I'm a blue belt. I go to another school. I would talk to the teacher. I would talk to the owner, right, and say, "Hey,
You get
I'm
to
a blue
wrestle.
belt. I'm a blue belt under X person." We discuss. We determine what their standards are. Maybe I keep my blue belt. Maybe I go back to white. I just talk it over with them. Most of the time, it's going to be recognized because it's a blue belt. It's not even. It's the first rank up. It's a couple years experience, right? That's really what it means. Is you know enough to handle chumps, right? You're a scrub killer.
You've paid enough money that now you get a blue belt.
Depends. Yeah,
it's a multi-level marketing scheme.
Depending on who
you've sold enough other blue belts.
But I mean,
I ass kicked by a green belt.
Yeah,
belts are not
like the garbage
belts are
belt.
not-
That's where I wear.
Belts are not
Got
the
the
be
green
all
belt.
and everything because I mean you could have a fucking Division 1 wrestler, a D1 wrestler walk into a BJJ school, right? And they just tear people apart because they got like 6 or 7, 8 years of grappling experience because they were wrestling since they were in fucking 4th grade.
What kind of belt does he get? Like a
He's got to be at least blue. He's not a fucking beginner. Let's be real. But again, you do have a lot of people like wrestlers, judo guys. They come in and they sandbag the tournaments. These guys who are accomplished in other grappling sports, they go into beginners tournaments in jiu-jitsu and just sandbag it. They know how to hold people down, right? They can pin people. They know a fucking thing or two, but they sandbag and they act like beginners in grappling when they're really fucking not. Yeah. All the way. But basically, Zuck is not the point is Zuck is not a beginner anymore. He's a journeyman, right? He's a novice.
So
he's a step up.
What do you take your chances are that he's just paid a lot of fucking money and everybody knows who he is? And
I've watched his tournament. I've watched his tournaments. Like
Zuck could kick her ass.
Zuck would beat me in a tournament for sure because he's fitter, right? Zuck is fitter than me, and he trains with world champions. He's got a lot more.
You underestimate your size advantage, Tim.
I actually don't.
Zuck
don't.
is 5'2". He's a fucking midget.
He's not 5'2".
Yes, he is.
He's not.
He's
5'2".
lying. This is Google fucking algorithms lying to you. He's 5'2".
He's 5'2". He's about the same. He's about the same size as my coach.
This guy says Kung Fu is better. Tai Chi is better.
That is
my brother in Christ. Tai Chi is Kung Fu. It's just slower.
I am the one replying to that thread, by the way.
That's you.
No, I'm the one replying. I'm the one replying. I'm the one replying to him.
Are you Chellance?
What?
I'm the one. I'm the one replying to that top comment there. So.
Show replies.
I have ditched the.
I do all three BJJs.
I actually do all three. I don't talk about. I don't talk about the other two very often at all. I don't talk about the other. I'm actually being deadly serious there. I don't talk about the other two at all because all I've talked about here is jiu-jitsu. I do. You guys won't understand a word I'm saying there. Yeah, no, I
understand Andrew Yang style.
James
you can give people free money.
Free money, fuck yeah.
I will kill you if I have to tell you about these two other things that I do that are not legal in 17
not illegal.
states.
No, I just don't talk about that stuff because it's kind of honestly compared to boxing or jiu-jitsu,
West
it's really
Virginia
obscure.
couple arrested after 8.
God damn it! I haven't even started the story, and you're already distracted.
No, it's just like Zuck is not a beginner. Zuck can handle himself against an average dude. Zuck can handle himself, so good on him.
Anyway,
I've watched his
Michigan teen Megan I'm not even going to try. A 19 who killed her dad by dousing him with drain cleaner. Sobs. Holy shit!
It's the most bullshit thing I've ever read in my life.
Sobs as she walks free from court after getting 1 year sentence with credit for time served.
Female privilege.
MMA training, preacher.
I didn't even mean to terribly murder my father. I
MMA training.
Responding to preacher in the chat. Sorry, I actually deleted my YouTube account, so I can't post in the chat. Preacher, when I said Cage is in the thread, I'm talking like MMA context.
Jesus.
Oh, I love you. I love
a teenager who fatally doused her sleeping father with a chemical drain cleaner, which left him
took him 7 months to die
until he succumbed to his injuries 6 months later. Has walked free from court after only getting 1 year sentence with credit for time served. Jesus fuck!
Read what it was over though.
She could have faced a life sentence over the death of her 64-year-old father, Conrad, whom she was angry with because he was too drunk to take her to a hair appointment.
Yep.
What?
Was it a Saturday night? Because I totally fucking...
Too drunk. You could fix it, can you, Tim?
No.
I just like the guy getting lock the door when you go to sleep.
Drain cleaner. I'd die terribly.
Instead, she received a year prison. Jesus fuck. She was found guilty of using harmful devices, irritants causing death in a 4-day trial presided over Victoria Valentine.
Weird.
Jesus
shocking.
Fucking Christ.
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Is that the judge on the right?
No, that's the mum.
Oh.
Sometimes now this will be the only time I'll agree with like a late term abortion, and by late
super late
480th trimester.
Yeah.
I agree, Dave. Very, very, very basic.
Tim, you want to see if she's got an OnlyFans?
No.
No.
Nobody pays. Like, well, Tim does, but we don't pay.
So yeah, she did lie on her father. Jesus Christ.
What's her name? I'll look at her. I'll do the thing the kids do nowadays and look it up on Kuma first.
You are the fucking hero we don't deserve.
She's been in jail for a year. I don't think she's got a
What's her name? Something?
Megan Jewitz. Wait, no. Never mind. Erase
Megan,
that.
no,
Google, don't come after me.
Right. No, you were right.
Tim,
you were
she's
right.
19. She's been in jail for a year. She's not going to have an OnlyFans. If she does, you're going to jail.
Was that her?
This is like fucking put them all on the wood chipper row. Killing trans death row inmate in California women's prison to get boob job funded by taxpayers.
Is that the same dude?
No.
Both pictures?
Oh, yes, this is the same dude. Both pictures. Yes.
Holy shit! That's actually props for the comment. Like that.
He stored the remains of his now deceased daughter in a blue Tupperware type container.
Ooh.
A man who beat 2 of his own infants to death is now allegedly waiting on breast implants after his transfer to a California women's prison. Jessica Marie Hahn, who went by Jason Michael Mann, previously started identifying as a woman in 2019, as reported by Redux.
Oh, look at
Hahn's
the
previous arrest came after he admitted to killing 2 of his children once they were born. Jesus fucking Christ. Their bodies were found 1,500 miles apart. No, Ryu, I'm sure he's not going to get 38 double G's.
Go big or go home, homie.
Fucking Christ. It's now waiting for a breast augmentation subsidized by taxpayers. Fucking stop it.
It's California. It's never going to stop.
I can't believe the prisoners haven't murdered this motherfucker yet.
Stop it.
Jesus Christ, is that
Dash? That is Dash Dabrowski.
Holy fuck, that was. I need to take a break. Oh, God,
Stop it.
Bad for you.
I gotta go have a seat. I gotta go sit down.
This is the transgender section. Transgender woman blasts hotel staff for giving her the wrong locker room key. A transgender woman has slammed hotel staff in England for assuming she wanted to use a unisex facility instead of a female locker room. Anne Coombs, 65, from the UK, was looking to use the swimming pool at a Mercure hotel in Sheffield, a city in South Yorkshire, when the alleged incident unfolded. In a tweet on Sunday that has since gone viral with 4.3 million views, Anne, who goes by the pronouns she, her, explained a staffer assumed she wanted to use the unisex locker room and gave her a key for it instead of the female facility. Where's the fucking tweet? Content warning, swearing. Immediately just fucking block it. God damn it, Ryu.
Damn, Angela. Holy shit.
Better though. That's much better.
I'm so fucking angry. I'm at the Mercure Hotel in Sheffield and fancy using the swimming pool. I couldn't get my locker key to work on the ladies. Turned out the assistant had assumed I wanted the unisex changing room with me dressed like this.
Ladies' room, you weirdo.
Dressed like this. Yes.
Yeah.
He looked at you and assumed you were a fucking weirdo and gave you the unisex locker room to save the ladies.
What a king. What a fucking...
I know I don't pass. You know I don't pass, but decent people accept the rule and self-identify.
Let me see the women in the women's room. I want to creep on their vaginas.
This is a great story. I just wish the photos were better. I thought my wedding dress was perfect until my boobs popped out. Wedding dress nightmare. Yeah. Joanna Allant said her custom wedding dress left very little to the imagination.
Yeah, well,
she had something old, something new, something borrowed, and in one desperate bride's case, something boob. That's not good at all. Fucking
boo.
Boob. She went to pick up her dream wedding gown for just 3 weeks prior to her big day, and she discovered a fashion faux pas that made her say, I don't to her dress. She tried on her custom-fitted gown equipped with a floral corset and romantic train, only to discover that what was supposed to be a perfect fit fully exposed her nipples. Clearly, her order and the order for blacked got mixed up.
Oh, shit.
Nice. Anyway.
Weddings are a fucking scam. Anybody who's paying more than like $1,000 is getting fucking ripped off.
Disturbing fairy flying trend sparks suicide concerns. This is getting too real. I saw this.
I want to see it.
And I just laughed. This is fucking great.
Why don't you tall for fairies? Flying. I love this.
Yes.
Big friend.
that's so wrong.
Yes.
That's so wrong.
What in the hell?
I approve of this.
Sorry, I went to the toilet and just came back. What the fuck was that?
It was great.
We're seeing the self-deletions.
Cost you. Fucking hell.
Oh, dude. Yes, 41%. That's fucking great. Oh, dude.
It's the new plan.
I'm flying, Daddy. I'm flying.
I could fix him. Pretty sure.
No, we had the story about that earlier, but he beat it to death first. Jesus fucking Christ.
I can't wait till we cover a death from that meme that they're doing.
Which meme? That one.
Whatever the fairy thing. I forgot what it was actually called.
My first walkies, Japanese man who bought £12,000 dog costume finally goes outside and immediately makes some canine friends as he settles into his new life as a collie. You winning, son? I mean, daughter? Yes, that's very funny for so here he is.
Him trying to mount dogs in the dog park and someone beating him to death with a hammer.
This is Toko.
Video.
This is a man.
Yeah.
Who has turned himself into a dog.
Community notes. Community notes. He didn't
male.
actually transform himself. He just
he
put
has
on
an
a suit.
outfit. Yeah,
I know.
dog suit.
He's a
yeah.
furry.
He got community noted when they because they said, "Oh, he didn't actually transform himself."
Biological male, not a man.
Boo. Should have gone the full way.
That is fucking uncanny. Or uncanny, I guess.
Nice. Very nice. Very
Oh,
nice.
this was in Japan?
Of course it's in Japan.
Of
course it's in Japan.
I only skimmed over the story.
A man
when it
has
was
turned
posted.
himself into a dog. Oh, where was that? Do you have to ask?
Well, it could have been California.
America yet.
It could have been California. Let's be
get
real.
him,
Not if he
Jojo.
spent 40. No, people in California
Oh,
can't
he's a
afford
shit
that.
dog.
Oh,
He's
true,
a shit fucking dog.
True.
This guy's the worst dog ever.
Missed opportunity. It should have been a Shiba Inu, and it just be a crypto
Doge.
scam.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Just
this
an Ever
is
Dogecoin.
This guy's shit.
Yeah, preacher. Exactly. He's just an
Look at
upskirt
them
people.
claws.
AGFD, I guess.
that would be a very
Jesus.
If that's how he got away. Like, yeah. I'm more concerned about the animal friends he made.
White girls fuck collies.
Why is it every time I get close to this dog, there's a clicking noise? Click, click, click.
Why does he have a slot for his penis to come out?
Anyway.
I don't know.
Jeffrey Epstein helped JP Morgan. Come on, load, damn it. Helped JP Morgan land Google co-founder Sergey Brin and his $4 billion investments as clients.
Tosti's right, Burmo.
This is Firmo's final form, lol. The joke's on you, I'm already covered with more fur than him. It's just called hair, and it's called being Italian.
Italian.
So you do have a fursuit. Got it.
It's built in. It's built in, and it comes from my dad.
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
It's genetic.
Yeah.
That's
If you don't have
more
to put it
than
on,
cost.
can you really call it a suit?
Anyway, what was this? God, I'm hitting share next tab, and it's just fucking dying. New York City EMS worker released from hospital after being stabbed by felon as mum lashes out at bail reform. So
That's the mom?
this is the one who was
the stab victim.
This is the stab victim. She's 25.
Is she? Oh, that's
What
rough.
breed are you?
What? Human.
He said Italian.
Yeah, Italian. Yeah.
Pitbull.
Anyway.
So the mother is just angry that her
The
daughter
mother's
was
angry
stabbed.
that the felon was let out and allowed to stab her daughter.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, naturally.
This is Tim's. This is what we bought.
No, well, this is how we're going to
for
get Tim a wife.
FatCon.
FatCon, hosted by Temple University, features queer sex therapists offering
Temple.
fat-positive sexual health care.
What the fuck?
The fat sex therapist, Sonali Rashtoir, who uses he pronouns. according to
Hey,
one of
what
the
kind of
cons-
asshole? Like, fuck this person. They, he. Go die in a fire.
where we're gonna find you a wife.
Oh God.
No. This is no.
Rachatoire commonly focuses on the white supremacist ideals behind fat phobia, the social construct of health, fat trauma, and the intersection of fat and gender, according to their website. Based in Philly, they are a super fat, queer, bisexual, non-binary therapist and
Keep them the
co-founder
fuck
of
away from me.
Bisexual
Radical
non-binary
Therapy Center, specializing in treatment of sexual trauma, diet trauma, racial or
Diet
immigrant trauma, and South Asian family abuse.
Oh, you mean getting hit with the sandals?
I will send
And the
you
slippers. The slippers.
Hey, Thermo, I got a question. How
Yeah.
can you be bisexual but not non-binary?
I was going to ask the same question. How
Well,
can you be queer and bisexual?
Bisexual actually is part of the gender binary because it's right
I
there.
know, but how can
So-
you be non-binary then?
Well, you can't.
Emotional damage.
That's what he fixes, South Asian emotional damage.
This chick on Twitch has her whole fucking toilet is covered in water. It's really weird.
What?
Watching Twitch.
You want to send me the link?
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you watching?
You know, it's this big fucking.
No, I will not get distracted.
How do I see this?
I'll put it on the fucking screen.
Oh, look at this ham beast.
What the
Goddamn.
fuck is that?
Where are you at?
That's the therapist.
I blame Dave. This is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Look at this. fucking
Philadelphia
dirty
is
ass toilet.
is
Keep 'em away
encouraging
from
this
me.
stuff. They're hiring retards.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Just
They're,
fucking
they're letting
Fat
epileptic people
retards.
drive.
Twitch is weird. You like log in and there's just some thought like every time. Like, oh, there's some thoughterry.
Gen Z women are painting on unapproachable makeup to reject men.
Look at the hair on this bitch's legs. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Sorry. I'm done. I'm done.
So apparently this is unapproachable makeup.
Yeah, I prefer the one on the left.
No, this is a Thames article.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, they both look the same except one smiling wasn't, but yeah.
True.
Unapproachable makeup tutorial.
Heavy makeup is always unapproachable.
Nothing I love more than
Never
pissing
fuck
men off,
with
and
that.
nothing pisses them off more than when you look so good, they're too scared to approach you. Here is my
No, that's not
unapproachable
how it
makeup look. Let's get right into it. We're gonna start off with my favorite summer primer ever. If you are not using the
based on your
e.l.f.
voice,
Glow Up
you're
Primer
unapproachable
Serum for
already, so-
summer,
Costi,
what are
you
you
taking
doing?
notes?
Listen, I've been dating my boyfriend for almost 3 years now, and we've been living together for a month.
What
I've
the
learned a
fuck
few
you worry
things
about other
about
guys
not letting
approaching
men
you and
approach
do
me
some
when I go
fucking
out without my boyfriend, and I've come to find out that this makeup look honestly is one of them. This is the Say Bronzing Drops. We're gonna put on some tinted moisturizer. Now, I'm not saying that every guy that goes out is just like trying to get you to go home with them. Some guys just hit on you because they think you're pretty, and this isn't about them. This is about the guys who, when you go out, they just naturally think that if they come up to you and hit on you, that they're gonna go home with you. Like, it's not happening. One time I was at a bar, and this guy, who was honestly like a whole lot older than me, came up to me and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely coming home with me." And I was like, who are you talking to right now? Gelled eyebrows are honestly so powerful. You don't even need to make them soapy. Let me know how I just started gelling my eyebrows like a month or two ago. Like, what was I doing before? Cream bronzer, it honestly just looks so much better. Cream blush, and honestly, a generous amount. Okay, now we're gonna put
You guys are all taking notes, right?
on some
Women are
concealer,
just
and honestly,
lying,
we're not gonna put on a lot, just a little bit. A lot of people think that when you look good, guys will naturally just approach you at a bar, but honestly, when you look really good, like really good, they
And then she opened her mouth, and then the men walked away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer blasted for its blow-up doll portrayal of female characters.
There was blow-up dolls in that movie?
Well, apparently because a woman doesn't speak for the first 20 minutes, and then when she does, it's during sex. Everybody knows women don't speak during sex. That's the noise they make.
Well, I mean, how much you got to pay for that?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'll show you a decent one, Thermo.
That was a bit odd.
Sorry, what did you say, Ryan?
There you go. There's a decent one for you. She doesn't say anything.
Florence
the whole
Pugh.
entire video.
Oh,
I heard.
right.
I know that name.
God damn it!
Is
Wait,
she an
yeah.
actual?
Nice.
Yes, but like of all the
I need
women,
better quality.
of all the women to do a nude scene, I wish it wasn't Florence Pugh. She's terrible.
Who is she? Like I've heard that name. Like is
She
she?
was
Would you
young-
rather have it Lizzo?
Is that her? That's
No. There's plenty of other starlets in Hollywood who would. Yeah,
Who cares? They're all fucking basic. Who gives a shit?
Anyway, I got to be very careful. Nigeria's soldiers declare coup on national TV.
Oh, you found this on BBC too? Like, I took that from Disclosed TV, and I thought they were just being fucking ironic. But you can't. Oh God!
Ce jour, 26 juillet 2023, nous, forces de défense et de sécurité, réunis au sein du Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie, CNSP, avons décidé de mettre fin au régime que vous connaissez. Cela fait suite à la dégradation continue de la situation sécuritaire, la mauvaise gouvernance économique et sociale, réaffirmons notre...
Oh yes, I should try and find this story on Pidgin.
Oh no! Oh no! Yes, I think they're trying to speak French, Costy.
I think it's basically the same.
Yeah, Niger is a former French colony.
Yeah, the official language is French.
I didn't think that's how you said it. I guess.
Oh,
yeah,
baby! Let's fucking go. It's Pidgin time.
Well, I can't believe that.
Niger
everybody
coup.
knows.
Video of how soldiers declare coup on national television.
It's not Niger.
Soldiers for the West African country of Nigeria don't announce coup on national TV.
Oh no!
Them talk say them don't dissolve the constitution, suspend all institutions, and close the national border. Troops from the presidential guard since early Wednesday hold Nigeria President Mohamed Bazoum.
In Pidgin.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken been promised Washington support where no they shake.
Oh God!
UN Secretary General Antonio Gutierrez say he don't speak to the president and offer the UN full support.
Nice.
Oga Bazoum na key Western ally for the fight against Islamic militancy for West Africa. Two neighborhood countries, Mali and Burkina Faso, don't experience coups where jihadist uprising for years been triggered. For both countries, the new military leaders don't fall without France, the former colonial power, where also former ruler Nigeria. With Bazoum whereabouts, no, they're clear, but inside statements for Twitter on Thursday morning, it said the hard-won gains go, they safeguarded, and said Nigerians, we love democracy, go see to AM. Foreign Minister Hassou Massoudou don't declare himself the head of state and call on all Democrats to make this adventure fail. For the TV announcement on Wednesday, Colonel Major Abdul Adabramane, alongside 9 other uniformed soldiers behind him, talk. We, the defense and security forces, don't decide to put an end to the regime, you know.
It's just retard, right? This
they follow the continuing deterioration of the security situation and poor economic and social governance. He also say all the country institutions don't they suspended and all the heads of the ministries go take care of day-to-day business. We all ask external partners make them no chook mouth and go on. Land and air borders don't they closed until the situation don't they stabilized.
Have you dealt with Diablos a lot? Because you're really good at this.
Holy crap! Oh,
I'm very good at Pidgin. It's my 5th language. He also talks say all the country institution don't they suspended and all the heads, the ministries go take care of day-to-day business. We all ask external parties make them no chook mouth. Go on. Oh no, I did that bit. At night curfew go take effect from 2200 until 0500 local time until further notice. Colonel Major Abradama said the soldier been a act for the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland. After the soldier's TV announcement, Oga Binkin called for the release of President Bazoum. He tells one news conference for New Zealand say we clearly constitute an effort to seize power by force and to disrupt the constitution. So there you go. That's the news from I'm Nigeria, I mean.
when you do that, Thermo, you should put up a picture of a Gungan, because that's all I could imagine.
That I think when they did
put up a picture in
the
East
Gungan
Africa.
thing, that like the Gungan thing, they did the whole was
Yeah.
based on Pidgin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's terrible.
Sexy AI. No, I mean, sexy AI generated influencers are silently swarming social media with fake names and backstories with one goal: con desperate men.
Easy money, baby.
Con desperate rich men.
Con desperate Tims.
Rich
Oh.
fucking matter.
Oh,
With
no
a
money, any
vast
money?
amount of filters and photo editing at users' disposal, it can be hard to tell what's real and fake on their social media these days. But
Can we do this whole show in Pidgin next time?
I could
Can we do the
totally
whole
do. I can do it. I cannot do any Pidgin. I can't do
I
it
can
in this
try.
accent though. But a Daily Mail probe has found a budding word of scantily clad AI influencers who are conning
I think it's
desperate
Indian
men
now.
out of their money. Early this week, a 19-year-old blonde bombshell known as Mila Sophia made headlines when it emerged. She was artificially generated.
Is that her with the brown hair?
No, this is
yes.
a different
This
one.
is a different one.
That is an AI.
This is
The
Andrea.
blonde bombshell with the brown hair. Yeah.
Look at those fingers.
These,
Let's have.
yes,
Well,
those
can
fingers
we-
are very much mangled.
Can we
Ooh,
get
she got
the
thick
blonde
wrists.
bombshell and this
That's a
one, and we
thick
can
wrist.
have him judge on
It
which
also
one's,
looks like she
better.
has like pre-ganglion cysts. Like she has a pre-ganglion cyst on her arm.
Yeah.
Some AI influencers like Andrea look like real humans smiling for the camera. Andrea has a Patreon page that charges for nude images of the AI. Someone go and find me this fucking Patreon. I want to know how many subs it has.
Tim.
Because I feel like I'm missing an opportunity here. Because I can just
Oh.
I can crank out those photos real fast.
Good. Her
I
hand
think
was in
Tim
the pocket.
is subscribed.
You might as well try it.
Andrea's
See what
Patreon.
happens.
Andrea's Patreon page offers plan options to chat with her, and for $300 a month, she'll basically be your online girlfriend. This is that previous fucking story.
Oh,
Except this is a
300
fake
a
woman.
month. 300. Oh wait,
That's 100. That's $200 more than the other woman. Oh, no, that was $100.
No,
a
no,
minute.
she was 100 a minute.
A minute. Well, this is a fucking bargain. Oh, Fallen almost did a spit take then. Yes. Crack about fast, but not fast.
Go back up to the name. Just Google search it.
I don't care. If someone gives me a
We're
link, I'll-
hoping
if
Tim will
someone-
do it. I don't think he's.
You guys are sitting there. I'm running the damn show. One of you can use Google. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Tim.
Dylan Mulvaney posts defiant video celebrating 500 days
Tim
of
knows all
being
the
a girl.
OnlyFans chicks.
Tim's gone quiet, so I presume he's masturbating. After Anheuser-Busch laid off hundreds of corporate staff following $20 billion trans marketing disaster. So yes, congratulations to Dylan Mulvaney, day 500 of pretending to be a woman.
Dylan's worth $20 billion.
No, negative $20 billion. Is
I
what,
know.
when I saw this tweet, I thought, oh, my country's doing it again. I was wrong. 40 senators have sponsored a bipartisan bill forcing you to upload your driver's license before being able to post to the internet and viewing content.
Utah wants
called-
to post that one.
It's called the Kids Online Safety Act, Senate Bill 1409. I would give anything for it to be 1488. Costy ties your. No, look, it'd be perfect given what it does.
I know. Yeah.
COSA ties your content on Twitter. What the fuck is Twitter? Meta, Reddit, etc. And back to your name and address.
What's etc.?
Etc.
Yeah. What's etc.
I've never heard of that social media platform, but whatever. But yes, back to your name and address. It completely removes anonymity when you post. They'll know your history. They'll limit access to information and content. XXX. Well, Ryu's already got to deal with that. Medical info, gun safety info, dissenting content, etc. And it gives the Attorney General the right to sue Meta, Twitter, TikTok, etc. if they're not following this. It always goes under the guise of protecting children. If you don't think this can pass, then you've been asleep. States have already been passing bills this year at record pace, linking your driver's license
How did we defame you again?
to your ability to watch spicy content. Why not on a federal level, but take it a step further? This isn't a left issue, a right issue. This is a speech issue. Call your senator and demand they don't support Bill 1409. Who wants to take a guess at who the sponsor of this bill is?
Mitt Romney.
No, it should shock nobody. It's a Democrat, but it should shock nobody.
Mitt Romney.
He always
Mitt
sponsors
Romney.
these types of bills.
Mitt Romney.
I said
Mitt
a Democrat, not a rhino.
I'm with Ryu on this. I think it's Mitt Romney.
No, it's not. It's fucking Blumenthal. It's always Senator Blumenthal.
He's not even alive.
Senator Blumenthal's alive. Like
No, he isn't.
Dick Blumenthal is very much alive, unfortunately.
No, he's Weekend at Bernie's. He's not alive.
Anytime there is a bill that is restricting internet freedom or something fucking pernicious in like the social media space, it fucking comes from Blumenthal every fucking time without fail. But no lie, I read this, and until I looked it up, I'm like, this is a fucking Australian bill or something. Like, what the fuck? Because this is fucking what we do.
Yeah,
like this is.
Well, that's how
I
Utah
saw
fucking does
this and I thought, holy shit, what's our country doing? And no, it's yours
Again.
It's yours. What the fuck?
Yep.
So,
in another 5 years, we'll be talking about this, but for you guys.
Why the fuck do teenagers wear backpacks all the time? Like, what do they have in those backpacks?
Drugs.
No,
Bud Light
they have a
Parent
whole
Company.
bunch of stolen shit that they stole out
I'm
of.
pretty sure it's dildos.
It's how you
'cause
shoplift
there's just
these,
a bunch of fucking
They
questionable,
can't ask you to check
weak-ass
your bag
looking
anymore.
motherfuckers.
So. Bud Light Parent Company, Anheuser-Busch, announced yesterday that they're laying off 350 employees.
Oh, no.
Fallen Preacher says, Tor, motherfuckers. Tor is a fed up. Tor, the fact that Tor is allowed to exist tells me that it is horribly compromised.
Oh, get physical media. They're changing.
Dark
they're
have
literally
been my
changing,
dreams of late.
streaming.
Yeah, download that shit.
Sorry, where are we?
Sail the Seven Seas.
I'm back. Sorry, I was
losing a job is never easy, and it's
Oh, we
unfortunate
needed
that company.
the AI porn chick.
We were talking about people you don't know on from
sorry.
Discord.
I'm watching some YouTuber stuff, so I was not paying attention. Okay, this story. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, losing a job is never easy, and it's unfortunate their company decided to prioritize woke ideology over doing what was best for the brand. So we want to help. If any laid-off Bud Light employees reach out to official Public Square or Red Balloon Work, we'll help you find a new job in our network of non-woke businesses.
I don't give a shit. Die in a fire.
So, well, no, these people didn't do anything wrong. They're not the marketing
I don't
people.
care.
So
Nobody does
Why is
anything
that
wrong. We
fucking
just all
trending
suffer
again?
for it.
why is what trending again? J.K. Rowling,
No, the last one.
Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Ryu's hairy legs.
Somebody bought it, maybe.
What?
Sounds
I
pretty
don't
dumb.
understand how stuff trends anymore because you go to the top trending and it's stuff from fucking days ago.
The trending
20
column
seconds.
The trending column is bullshit.
The trending is
The
heavily
trending is a
curated.
fed up.
Yeah.
The trending column is a fed up.
Speaking of Kiwi Farms,
It's all over, boys. Buy your own private island. Spend all you got.
Oh, Tim, I posted something in show chat for you.
I don't.
Speaking of Kiwi Farms, this is probably of interest to very few people, but yeah, this is obviously Null. So this is Josh Jersh posting about the forum. So Hurricane Electric, one of the largest ISPs in the entire world, has blocked 1776 Hosting's IPs. So 1776 Hosting is Josh's company, which very briefly was a way to connect to the Kiwi Farms. Hurricane Electric admits that blocking an entire subnet of IP addresses like this is unprecedented. They refuse to elaborate as to why they did it. So Hurricane Electric is an extremely old, large provider which owns an enormous share of all fiber optic cable in the world. Their connectivity between smaller ISPs is unparalleled. Their bandwidth is over 100 terabits per second. If every nerve in your body is connected to each other, much like two computers on the internet, then Hurricane Electric would effectively be your spine, hence why they are called the internet backbone. The internet backbone is telling a small forum of a few thousand daily users that they may not exist. They will not explain why, and they are not open to being halfway. So his provider is the based and red-pilled Incoginet, who are actually filing a complaint with the Attorney General of Washington State, which is where they operate, against Hurricane Electric to get them forced to route their fucking traffic, which is based and red-pilled. And I'm glad they actually go to bat for the farms, because They are much maligned. We might go to our top story.
To be fair, if they succeed with Kiwi Farms, then what's any other website? Like, are any other websites going to fall?
Well, no other website's safe.
Oh, excuse me.
So let's go to our top story. So our top story tonight is Florida Board of Education approved a new Black History standard that critics are called a big step backwards. So Kamala decided to ride into Florida and make some statements.
Just yesterday in the state of Florida, they decided middle school students will be taught that enslaved people benefited from slavery. They insult us in an attempt to gaslight us, and we will not stand for it.
Wow, that sounds really bad. Slavery was good? Wow, I wonder what the ladies in The View had to say about this.
Trying to get through everything that's happened over the weekend and what's all the insanity going on in the world. Like Wednesday, Florida's Board of Education approved what they're calling standards for African American history. I feel like they didn't talk to any African Americans, because we could have told them about the history, and nor have anyone seemingly gone to the Smithsonian to find out anything. You know, there are all of these former slaves who have given their testimony. You can go to the Smithsonian and hear them. So apparently they all think it's a lie. But the board defended the standards. I'm sorry for laughing, because it's so shocking. Vice President Kamala Harris went to Jacksonville to give her thoughts. Let's take a look.
They want to replace history with lies. Middle school students in Florida to be told that enslaved people benefited from slavery. High schoolers may be taught that victims of violence, of massacres,
Not
were
in Africa
also
anymore, are you?
perpetrators. I said it yesterday. They insult us in an attempt to gaslight us, and we will not have it.
Your family owned slaves, Kamala. Fuck off.
Let's see what it says.
Al Sharpton voice.
In addition to agricultural work, enslaved people learned specialized trades and worked as painters, carpenters, tailors, musicians, and healers in the North and South. Once free, Americans, I'm sure it's supposed to be African Americans, used these skills to provide for themselves and others. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the other. I'm sorry. This is the standard that they actually rejected. This is a different standard. Here's the actual standard. So, where is it? There it is. So here's the Florida State Academic Standards, Social Studies. So that previous standard I read was the one that the White House was actually pushing, and that Florida rejected in exchange for this one. So African American History Standard. So History Strand, it's part 3. So positive influences and contributions by African Americans. So where is it? Page 6. What page am I on? 4, 5. Is it page 6? Yeah. So there we go. So examine the various duties and trades performed by slaves, e.g. agricultural work, painting, carpentry, tailoring, domestic services, blacksmithing, transportation.
X'd it out on paints.
Benchmark clarification. Clarification 1. Instruction includes how slaves develop skills which, in some instances, could be applied for their personal benefit. That's it. That's the line.
That's it.
That's
it. The clarification line?
The clarification line is what they're saying, what Kamala is saying when she says...
What?
Someone tell me about the
that
blacksmith.
Enslaved people benefited from slavery.
Benefited from slavery.
Oh, they learned a trade.
Where does it
still
say
a
that?
wood on Kamala?
Could be applied for their personal benefit.
That doesn't mean they benefited. It means it
applied for their personal benefit. They learned a skill that could be applied for their personal benefit. Now I get what you were saying. The other one, the government version is more close to more akin to what Kamala's saying, but they're saying that the argument is
here's the standard that the White House was pushing.
That's what I mean. Like they're outright saying that these people.
let's be clear. This isn't the standard. This
is not the
just a clarification for benchmarking.
Yeah.
So when you're comparing other students, that instruction should be given on how they develop skills, which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit.
Yeah. All you're saying is they could.
And also importantly, which I thought was very important to point out, was this was in the section discussing Reconstruction, analyzing events that involved or affected African Americans from the founding of the nation through Reconstruction.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. You're saying that some slaves gained skills. They learned skills.
Yes.
From slavery.
So people who were brought over and
trade.
forced. Yeah, they learned to be a blacksmith.
Yeah, which is a benefit of technically.
Which they then, after they were freed, or some slaves who learned blacksmithing, earned money from their trade and bought their freedom.
Yeah, which is a benefit.
Which is a benefit.
Technically. Yeah, and then also Kamala is actually technically not wrong.
No, she's lying. She's saying that they're saying all like slaves benefited from their slavery. That's not what it says.
Some slaves
benefited from skills they learned during their slavery. They didn't benefit from the slavery itself.
One would argue that learning the skill is the benefit,
and one would be lying. Like one would be lying that
this is a
benefited
very.
from slavery.
If I have no skills and I learn a skill, that is a benefit. That is a net benefit.
Yeah, that's right. You benefited from this learning the skill, not from the slavery.
I learned it by being a slave. So it's the same shit.
Yeah, but
the condition was you're a slave.
This is
you wouldn't have learned it if you weren't a slave. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, potentially. I would not have learned it
if you weren't a slave, you would still be in Africa.
Yeah, no, would not have learned to be a blacksmith.
Fucking pots and pissing on fucking deer or whatever.
I would not
actually. You'd be dead because
or I'd be dead. So again, I would be alive. Another benefit. So
wasn't the Woman King based off of true stories?
Yes, the Woman King was based on a true story. Would you like to see the meme?
Didn't they sell them?
What I see from
women,
this
that was the problem.
is that the slavery system that America adopted was very progressive. They could have been done. The slaves could have been treated a lot worse.
Oh yeah, it's a terrible act. No one's defending slavery, but to say there was no benefit is wrong. To say that some people did not actually get any.
We are so canceled.
I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Both the Florida government and the American government have tried to, as we just saw, both of them have tried to include some degree of acknowledgement that slaves learned skills during their time as slaves, right?
We didn't treat them that bad.
Well, yeah, they were treated. No, that's
of course they were treated fucking badly.
They were enslaved.
Exactly.
But in spite of their enslavement, they picked up skills that they were able to use to provide for themselves and their families and their generations forward.
Yes, they were able to use
after their slavery. It's not saying slavery. It's retarded. It's not in any way saying slavery was a good thing. No. It's saying that in spite of this horrible circumstance that everybody broadly agrees is a stain on the history of America.
Yeah.
That slaves picked up skills that they were able to use to sustain themselves and make themselves better, in spite of being bound to, like, basically treated as human cattle or oxen.
Look, generational wealth is a white supremacy concept. It's not something that black people do. It's just truth.
Are worth fighting for.
Most
it's
things
racism.
Are not. Most things are.
Or we die.
Yeah, like you all guys.
Ready for war. Where you
The homie.
We are the homie.
No.
That's painful.
Don't know. Take my power.
Oh, God.
No, there is no hell, so I
Dude,
don't
that
really
meme's
give
on
a
my
fuck.
channel. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
we've
alright.
shared that
Also,
before.
I do. It's always interesting that when they point at slavery, it's always the other colonies that they're pointing to.
Yeah, but what about the blacks that sold the blacks into slavery? Like,
we can't talk about
we
can't talk about the Kingdom of Benin.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
We can't talk about the Kingdom of Benin.
We're just buying a product, motherfucker. Like, I don't know what you want.
But all this seemed like Kamala Harris's version of race baiting. That's all it was.
I think it's entirely because
Oh, you
Joe's
know,
gonna-
she was on her knees going upwards.
I think it's entirely because Joe is not going to be running for president. He's going to resign.
I really hope he does, because we need that. We really do. Because if Trump's running and he gets the nomination, we need Joe to be the nominee as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
retarded fucking. If we don't, we're all fucked. We're fucked.
No,
Although I don't know who
Gavin
the Democrats are gonna
I think
put
you're
in.
all fucked, and I think it's time to use the guns. But whatever.
You are right. But none of
Yes,
us have
this
involved
guy
in
is this guy's from the Heritage Foundation. So he says the outcry of Florida's African American history standards is absurd. That happens to be my academic field as a historian. I used to write extensively, including curriculum standards on the topic. So
Wow.
I took some time to review Florida's. The bottom line is they are excellent. In my experience as a historian of African American history, Florida's standards are actually modeled for other states. Actually, a model for other states. They are comprehensive in topics covered, do not shy away from difficult topics, and as history should, use examples of heroic people who fought oppression. For example, Florida standard states, in quote, instructional materials shall include the vital contributions of African Americans to build and strengthen American society and to celebrate the
When did they do that,
inspirational
though?
stories of African Americans who prospered even in the most difficult of circumstances. The controversial section, instruction includes how slaves develop skills, which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit, is wholly accurate.
As I fucking said.
I mean, who cares?
Some
though?
slaves, in some circumstances, were able to earn money that some even used to purchase their freedom. In no way does mentioning that personal benefit for some slaves, in some instances, amount to defending slavery or making slavery sound better.
Exactly.
Rather, it shows the
We're all
amazing
fucking slaves
heroic,
right now.
heroic perseverance of enslaved people amid an evil system.
Yes.
The author of the standards, African-American historian Dr. William B. Allen, former chair of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, said as much in an interview with NPR's Stephen Inskeep, who himself acknowledged that Allen was correct. Dr. Allen, in response to criticism about personal benefit phrase, says, quote, when I look at the language, I see what Booker T. Washington meant when he entitled his autobiography Up from Slavery rather than Down in Slavery. Dr. Allen continued, I see what Douglass meant when he described his slave mistress teaching him to read only at the beginning because his owner put a stop to it. But that small glimmer of light was enough to inspire him to turn it into a burning flame of illumination. This controversy
Women
about
always
Florida's
take
history
down.
standards has nothing to do with history, which is accurately and beautifully captured. Rather, it's about politics and trying to kneecap one of conservatism's leaders. God bless Ron DeSantis for his courage amid this ridiculous fire. And this is retarded. Like, the entire thing is retarded because Ron DeSantis didn't write this fucking thing. He appointed a fucking board of like people who are experts in history. They had two experts on African American history who are African Americans.
It's a bold claim. And it should be say activists who are quote unquote experts. They're not. These people aren't the best in their field. They're just the ones who got fucking slid in because their name or who they knew or whatever it was.
So I don't get what we're arguing about. What did DeSantis do wrong?
He didn't. That's the problem.
That's what I mean.
The problem is it's turned into a whole fucking thing. Like Tim Scott's commented on it. Like Kamala lied, and then a whole bunch of Republicans, like black Republicans, decided to just follow the lie.
He's only a white belt, and it's embarrassing.
It's the whole everything's political nowadays.
Yeah, you would think Tim Scott of all people would be agreeing with DeSantis about this curriculum, but no.
Well, they all bought in. So Tim Scott just ate the line from Kamala. It's like, oh, slavery was a benefit. So Tim Scott's like, no, slavery wasn't a benefit. And like, that's bullshit. Not in those words, but yeah.
I think it might have been.
It's so fucking retarded.
Well, it's because he's
Anyway,
black. He's
we'll
not
do-
allowed to say. He's not allowed to say it.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I just look at Africa right now.
I've got to play the only.
Yeah, I
clip
think it
can
is a
see.
benefit.
Some quick Aussie news. George Danicus sentenced over St Mary's High School bestiality and break-in offences in Sydney's West after he was caught on security camera. I know this feels like a Ryu article.
What was he doing on the camera, though?
But it's not. It's actually a Thermo's wife article.
What?
My wife sent me this article. She's like, this
So
is fucking...
your wife and me have the same weirdo taste.
Similar taste in
in articles.
no. Your wife, my wife, and you both know
Our
what the
wife,
show's about.
clearly.
So a man broke into a high school's milking shed. While there, he committed acts of bestiality. He was on a 5-day ice bender at the...
How do you milk a male goat?
Did he watch the Beta House from American Pie?
I have no idea. Yeah, Ryu is Thermo's wife, confirmed.
Hey, honey!
Congratulations.
A man who took part in an ice-fueled escapades with sheep inside a school's shed was not in his right mind at the time of an offence, according to told. George Danakis, 44, had been awake for 5 days when he was caught with his pants down by officers after having sex with a male sheep at St Mary's High School in Sydney's West in May of 2022. Teaching staff had caught him on CCTV after they suspected that someone had been breaking into their milk shed after hours.
Fucking the male sheep.
Police found Danakis with his pants down, engaging. Police found Danakis.
Why are
with
the
his
male
pants
sheep in the
down,
milking shed?
sexually engaging with the male sheep, while a female goat was observed to be in a state of shock.
My. Oh,
Well,
shit.
the female goat was observed to be in a state of shock beside them on
She
May
just
18th.
like, oh my god.
This is him.
I tell you what,
He was sent.
I stand by it. It was a mistake to let New Zealanders come to Australia.
He was.
I was
sentenced to 3
I was
years.
about ready to say that.
He looked
for like a New Zealand.
This is not. This is not the victim.
No, this was the eyewitness.
That wasn't the eyewitness either. That's a sheep.
I mean, that's
The
a still
sheep was a victim.
image.
A female
but
goat.
still.
The female goat was the eyewitness.
The eyewitness.
Footage of the teacher.
Could have been me.
Footage that the teaching staff had compiled.
no, bad.
Oh God! Poor teachers. Had compiled was used as evidence against Danakis during his trial. The court was told that he was recorded herding two goats into a gated area on May 6th before he was filmed a week later around the same shed naked from the waist down.
Bro,
so
he did it for a whole
he was
week.
on an ice bender for 5 days, and that's why he did it. But he was
fucking
found
the
on.
shit for a whole
He was
week?
filmed on May 18th. He was also filmed on May 6th. He was also like.
No, it's
So premeditated.
So he's done this a few times.
Man's been in the shit for 2 days. Jesus.
The court was told he was recorded herding 2 goats into a gated area on May 6th before he was filmed a week later walking around the same shed naked from the waist down.
He just finally got done.
When officers found Danakis 11 days later, he told them that he was in the shed at the time looking for his phone, and then he had removed his pants to urinate.
11 days
A
ago.
phone belonging to Danakis was found in the sheep paddock on June 24th, but it only added to his troubles when police searched it. Content pertaining to bestiality was stored on the phone alongside a photo of him holding a pump-action shotgun, which he didn't have permits for. Danakis' methamphetamine use led up to his arrest, combined with his affinity for enjoying, quote, sheep on the side, led to the state of mind in which he did what he did, the defense lawyer told the court on Tuesday.
Who pees with their pants all the way off?
Danakis displayed sexual deviance, the court was told, which made him lose all inhibition. His lawyer shared that Danakis had told his psychiatrist that he was only attracted to animals while under the influence of the drug because it increased his sex drive. Danakis eventually admit to his psychiatrist that he was pretty much into bestiality after seeing it on the internet, but that he still liked women. The court heard that as long as they were female goats, I guess. The court heard that, well, it was a male goat, so that he's gay. The court heard that Danakis was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I really should have done this one in Pidgin. And he stopped taking his prescribed medication in the weeks before his action. However, it was agreed between the prosecution and defense that this was not a causal factor towards offending, and that his paraphilic disorder of attraction towards animals in his substance abuse were key factors in determining.
Shit, hang him.
So yes, he got three. He received 3.5 years in prison. Would you look at those fucking eyebrows? Like that is the face of an ice user. God. You know what's shocking to me? That this is Sydney. Usually it's Queensland. Usually it's women, and usually it's Queensland.
I thought the sheep fucking usually happened in South Australia.
No, it's usually Queensland. It's usually dogs in Queensland.
Yeah, it's usually dogs here, but I thought the sheep fucking was South Australia.
That was usually
New
women.
Zealand
Or Tasmania. Oh, yeah, Kiwis.
Stan Grant. So Stan.
Look
Grant,
at that handsome tan man.
Yes,
Stan Grant.
Stan Grant has departed from Q&A.
Again?
Patricia Caravel. Well,
I think
not,
finally
he said he's not coming back.
Yeah.
So
Did he say that the first time?
He
stepped
announced
away,
it. Yeah,
and
he
now,
announced it, and
he's
then
not
he's
coming back.
finally gone now. Yeah.
Where did he
So,
go?
everybody. You can go and see Sound of Freedom right now in Australia. It's available at Hoyts.
No, August.
August
24th.
August 24th.
Oh, there you go. 24th of August.
Yeah.
So if you want to go and see the Sound of Freedom, 24th of August.
No, I'm good.
What's that about?
Sound of Freedom. Have you not? Oh, you haven't been here. Sound of Freedom is like the conservative movie du jour.
Okay, yeah. I heard
2023.
Mm.
Dan Andrews is coming for your gas stove. So the Victorian government has banned gas in new homes from 2024.
Never buy anything new, boys.
Yeah,
Never.
basically banning new
First
homes
Biden, now
being
this.
built with gas, and they're probably going to ban the gas appliances.
Yeah, Biden merely threatened to do it, Dave. Now they're actually doing it in Victoria.
Preacher, prostitution costs money. The sheep's right there.
Well, not if you pay the farmer.
And they're not horses, and they'll never say nay.
Oh God!
Oh God!
Identical twins Anna and Lucia Dinique from Australia share everything, including their fiance.
See, this is
So
where I
here they
want my
are.
life to be. This is what I want. Don't care. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
So the identical
man,
twins
I'll-
from
I
Perth,
can-
they're
I
they're
can
from
take
Perth.
place.
They share clothes, food, and even a fiance.
I could take his place in a second.
So
Yeah,
I'm
technically
actually
only
gonna
one
put
can
him
marry
in
him,
the
but
fucking-
yes, legally, yeah. Australia's most sexually active woman, Annie Knight, reveals the bizarre request she gets from men in the bedroom after admitting to sleeping with 300 people in a
come
year.
on, Annie. That's not even one person a day.
Yeah, but she only works 3 days a week.
True.
Australia's most sexually active woman, I doubt that very much, has revealed some of the kinkiest and craziest requests she receives from fans.
Fans?
Simps, yes.
Simps.
People who pay her money to do stuff. Annie Knight, who works as an
God.
OnlyFans creator, imagine my shock, details some of her strangest
Coffee,
custom.
yes.
Yes, for RU article, absolutely. Craziest request I ever received was a 3-page essay of like a script written out with exact lines I had to read. The whole thing probably would have taken me 3 hours to film because it was so detailed. It's 3 pages, girl. That should only take 3 minutes.
Well, when you can't read
44
things, they're
page
all
episode
really
of 44 pages of TV is 44 minutes. About a minute of dialogue per page.
Yeah, roughly.
The whole thing probably would have taken me 3. So, and the script was about me being this guy's best friend's wife, and that he was coming over to help me with something, and the best friend was out, and I really wanted him.
Sounds like a porn script.
Bro, you can just go to Brazzers for that shit. You don't have to pay this.
It's literally a porn script. Yep.
Well, she probably looked a lot like his best friend's wife.
Annie said she didn't judge the man for wanting her to play out his extremely specific fantasy, but ultimately she had to decline because the script was far too detailed. I'm
She
not that
couldn't
good of
read
an actress, she said, admitting the man had offered her $500 to do it. In another video, the leggy blonde shared an even more bizarre request. I had to film a video of me waking up, pretending like I'm a man who's just woken up in a woman's body. She explained, liken it to the movie Freaky Friday.
This is the chick. Yeah, well,
This is the lovely lady. Australia's biggest whore. I'm sorry, Australia's most sexually active woman.
Dudes get pissy when they're like, "Oh,"
And of
like,
course, she appeared on Kyle and Jackie O.
Imagine this chick without makeup and she's like a fucking 4.
Yes,
like, they just don't understand this shit.
I didn't even know Kyle and Jackie are still at a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought Kyle had been fired so many times.
He's unfireable.
True.
Indigenous academics call for audit of racist, offensive place names.
Oh no!
The man who fought to rename Coon Cheese and Toowoomba Grandstand. What's Toowoomba Grandstand called?
It was the Nigger Brown grandstand, and that's the only time you'll hear me use the hard R, because that's what it was called.
Nick Brown. Like
Yes.
I like coon cheese a lot more than Nick Brown.
Coon cheese is not a slur. Not named after the slur. It's
yeah,
the
it's the
person's
guy,
name.
yeah.
But I was the E.B. Nigger
I like
Brown.
Coon
His nickname was Nigger.
Edward.
Someone for that. What was it?
I am not
What
joking
was that
about
the only
that.
time you're going to use the hard R?
Okay, I've said it a few times, but it's only in the context of this specific
Nigger,
reference.
please.
Nigger.
Nigger, please, yeah. Toowoomba.
Historical figure, by the way.
But yes,
I'm not joking about that. Toowoomba Grand.
so yes, starting with a Bundaberg area town.
Gin
So
Gin
you
is
have
the
Black
name of that.
Gin Creek Road is
Yes.
Murdering Creek Road.
Yes. Black gin. Yes.
Yes, the man who fought to rename Coo Cheese and Toowoomba's ES Nigger Brown Grandstand.
Yes.
Says a statewide audit of racist or offensive names is needed, starting with the Bundaberg hinterland town of Gin Gin.
Yep.
I mean, is that like when like you get the Nuki Brown, but you just can't call it what it is? So you just
It followed complaints
Okay.
about Binger's bounce, Mount Binger,
I know
being
it's
ahead.
a slur here, but I didn't know it was coon was a slur in Australia.
no, that's fine. We can call them coons all day, but you can't call them nigger browns.
Holy shit!
Coon is a slur, but in this particular case, it's not a slur. It's actually the founder's name.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, we have the same slurs for black people that you guys do.
My mistake.
'Cause we got them from you. Pocker, I'm from Bundaberg. I drink them from time to time.
Yeah, don't do that. It's terrible. It's got a lot of brown stuff in it.
Oh, goddamn, verify your age bullshit.
Murdering Creek Road. That's
Don't know what.
That's a good one.
Well, okay, maybe Murdering Creek. Okay, maybe that's reference to like slaughter of indigenous.
Has anyone checked in on what Alice Springs? How bad is that getting?
Pretty bad, probably.
Yeah,
Just like full on
Kinda
Mad
right.
Max. That's what I want. That's
it's not
really what I want.
great. Sorry, I'm just downloading something because this I'm sure you guys have heard it, but one of my favorite comedians.
Steve
is,
Jobs.
no, Bill Hicks.
Who's Bill Hicks?
Okay.
Bill Hicks. Oh man,
I feel
you
like-
got to
Yeah,
Google
listen
him,
to Bill
man.
Hicks.
So this is a segment. This is a bit he does from one of his albums.
Last time I googled
I thought he
anything,
died.
I got
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, he's dead.
My Bill Hicks died a long time ago. Yeah.
I was over there when all the riots were occurring, man. It was really strange. And I got to see while I was over there footage of the Rodney King trial, which I had never seen while I was
weird
here.
accent.
I saw footage over there of the Rodney King trial. I think I figured out why the LA riots occurred. Did you guys see these cops testifying, man? Do these guys have balls or what, man? These guys carry their balls in a wheelbarrow, man. Excuse me. Man with big balls is here to testify. Place your right testicle on the Bible. This guy, Officer Coon. Is life too fucking weird or what? Officer Coon looks in the camera and actually says, "Oh, that Rodney King beating tape? It's all in how you look at it." Courtroom murmurs, "Jesus, what balls!" I've never seen balls of this magnitude. He must have a specially fitted uniform in which to place these large testicles. That's incredible. All in how you look at it, Officer Coon. That's right. It's how you look at the tape. Well, would you care to tell the court how you're looking at that? Yeah, okay, sure. That's how you look at it. You take. For instance, well, if you play it backwards, you see us help King up and send him on his way. Not guilty. Scares me. Scares me. Man with big balls has just been acquitted. And I watch all the news reports, you know. Today, Officer Kuhn, Officer Nigger Hater, and Officer Keep Darky Down were acquitted on all racist charges. Here's Tom with the weather. Hi, Susie. It's 420 degrees Fahrenheit here in South Central LA right now. Probably a good time to get out of the fucking city, Susie. There's gust of lead coming up Sunset.
Yeah, that sucked.
I wasn't paying attention to that whole skit.
Oh.
I don't even.
I don't even know who those people were. I didn't.
I know who Bill.
I got to do it.
I just said I know who.
Sorry,
Bill
I should have run this.
I know.
The following story contains people Tim does not know. Tim's discretion is advised.
It doesn't contain him. I know who fucking Bill Hicks is. He smoked himself to death.
God.
Are we sure, you know?
Bill Hicks, he smoked himself to death.
But have you heard about the riots in LA and Detroit in the 60s?
Yes, I have.
No,
heard about that.
no, that was in the 90s.
Yeah, Rodney King was the 90s, man.
Yeah, I had.
And then the
Detroit was
90s
the
race
60s.
riots.
Shit when it happened. Yeah.
I'm talking about ones I know. Like these are riots I know. Warning: riots.
Good point
Tim
to
knows,
start was
not Tim.
Jinjin, an area which saw several large massacres of indigenous people, including one in retribution for the killing of George Blaxland Jr., son of the famous explorer, and 2 shepherd boys. Dr. Hagen said he was not convinced of some of the explanations for the origin of the town's name, such as a former gin distillery or an indigenous word meaning red soil or thick scrub. Gin is very derogatory, offensive word used to describe indigenous women. What?
Is it?
No.
No.
Maybe in
How
his
much
particular
good gin in Australia.
yeah.
Maybe
There are other nearby places with the word gin included, including Yellow Gin Creek. The government is really serious about this issue. It should research the origins of gin.
Yellow gin sounds diseased.
Black Gin Creek in Longreach appeared on maps
Ooh,
about
that
the
sounds
same
the
time,
worst.
and after community consultation was recently changed to Watayaka Creek, which means Women's Creek.
Oh, I thought
So
you
you-
did before.
Fucking Christ. So gin clearly doesn't mean Aboriginal woman, or doesn't mean woman, because what like fucking Christ almighty.
There's
Queensland's
a
fucked.
similar colloquial creek around here. They call it Squaw Creek, and they say like squaw means female vagina because the white man came around here and said, "Wow, squaw, squaw."
The point being that Black Gin Creek was renamed precisely because the indigenous folk think it's a slur when it's not.
Well,
There is the term.
I'll be back in a second.
There is the term "ginning around," which my granddad always, my racist granddad always used to use. You know, people. You know,
So it is a slur.
Well, I don't know if it's actually a slur. I think he just used it. He always used to tell us, "Stop ginning around, stop screwing around."
Dipping his wick in the brownies.
Yes, stop.
That
maybe.
sounds like porch monkey.
Well,
You guys got that there too?
No, he would say it to us.
No, I
He-
got it from the movie Clerks too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He would like my granddad would always say, "Stop ginning around," but he would say it to us. He didn't say it. He would. To me, I think it was just an old term because he didn't want to say fuck. He was just like, "Stop ginning around. Stop screwing around." I don't know. It's all bullshit. Stop renaming things. Stop renaming things.
It's better if we don't rename things, then we just know what reality is. It's better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Better.
Yeah, like Thermo should be called Firmo. Still.
Yes, it seems very clear at this point. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Rest in peace, nigger Brown Stadium.
Yeah, preacher. Okay, I got it wrong about Bill Hicks's death. I thought he because I know he was a massive chain smoker.
Wasn't it
He
cancer?
didn't die in,
Yeah, but it was
Brown
pancreatic.
Stadium.
It wasn't lung cancer. I thought he smoked himself to death. Point is, I know who he is.
Probably didn't help.
He did. Pancreatic cancer is like the number one versus lung cancer.
Yeah, but
death from
I
cancer
don't know.
from smoky.
But was the pancreatic caused by his by smoking? I don't know. Maybe, probably. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
So you're right. You just you.
You could be a
thought of
real
different
man,
cancer.
just fucking smoke until you die, like a fucking king.
Oh yeah. Bonus points if you die with the smoke in your hand.
Yeah,
because he was
You
always
can't even,
smoking up on stage.
You can't go outside and hang out without a good reason. So that's why cigarettes are awesome. You just like, oh, I'm smoking my cigarette. Like, you just can't go out as a man without anything to do and just stand on the sidewalk for fucking 5-10 minutes. You're just gonna get the police called. It doesn't work like
Why
that.
the fuck would I be standing on the sidewalk with nothing else to do? 2023. I'm just going to go inside. Yeah,
sometimes life is complicated, Mr. Tim, and sometimes you want to go out and stand.
Sometimes
on the
I'm
sidewalk
forced to
for a minute.
leave my house.
Sometimes work is bullshit, and you need 5-10 minute breaks.
That's why I go to just lay on my bed.
That's the advantage of working from home.
Yes.
Unless he has a bed at work.
I wish I had
That'd
a bed
be
at
pretty
work.
cool. That'd be pretty great.
They should have that.
I'm pretty close to having a shower at my work that I own. So
Anyway, Hunter Biden's gallery sold his art to a Democratic donor friend whom Joe Biden named to a prestigious commission.
I'm shocking. Is it money laundering? I'm shocked.
Well, no, it's just money for the
smells like
the
it.
big guy. It's money for the big guy. It's fine.
It's money transfer.
So yeah, he sold his art for $1.3 million to this person who was then appointed to a prestigious committee. So, but that's not the only problem that Joe's had this week, or not Joe, Hunter. So so this is from his case, which was in front of the judge. The court is in receipt of the party's letter regarding a motion for leave to file an amicus brief. As an initial matter, defendant has not indicated what specific information should be sealed, nor made any showing as required under in re avienda marketing, sales practices, and product liability litigation. In fact, defendant has not filed a formal request with the court to seal anything. The court will temporarily place the document under seal until close of business on the 26th of July to afford defendant the opportunity to try and make the requisite showing. Should defendant fail to make that showing, the document will be unsealed in its entirety. In addition, the court has reviewed the allegations in Mr. Kitala's letter regarding a call made to the clerk's office regarding the amicus material. Mr. Kitila asserts that an individual associated with the firm representing defendant called the clerk's office pretending to be associated with Mr. Kitila and requested the amicus materials be removed from the docket, which the clerk's office did. The response from defendant's counsel on this issue was that as far as he was aware, the managing attorney from Latham called the clerk's office to note that that personal tax information of the defendant had been filed in a motion in a non-redacted manner, and to inquire regarding having the information sealed, and that the clerk took down the filing of their own accord. Defendant's counsel also added that he hoped Mr. Kitila had an affidavit from the clerk in support of his version of events. The court has discussed the matter with the relevant individuals in the clerk's office and has been informed that the caller, Miss Jessica Bengals, represented that she worked for Mr. Kitila and requested the amicus materials be taken down because they contain sensitive grand jury, taxpayer, and social security information. It appears that the caller misrepresented her identity and who she worked for in an attempt to improperly convince the clerk's office to remove the amicus material from the docket. Therefore, it is hereby ordered that on or before 9 p.m. today, on the 25th of July, counsel for defendant shall show cause as to why sanctions should not be considered for misrepresentations to the court. So what happened was the Republicans hired a law firm to submit an amicus brief in Hunter Biden's case, where he was taking a plea. That amicus brief contained the whistleblower material, the IRS whistleblower material that the House had discovered. Someone from Hunter Biden's law firm called up the court, pretended to be the law firm filing the amicus brief, and said, "Whoops, we've made a mistake. Please take it down." The court took it down. The filers of the amicus brief were like, "Wait a minute, no, we didn't fucking do this," and then everybody lied. So yes, that happened. What also happened, because Hunter has really not had a good week. So this is an exchange from. So Hunter's deal collapsed. So he had a sweetheart deal, and it all got blown up. So the judge says, all right, there are references to foreign companies, for example, the fact section. Could the government bring a charge under the Foreign Agents Registration Act? So the prosecutor said yes. The court. So the judge says, I'm trying to figure out if there's a meeting of the minds here, and I'm not sure that this provision isn't part of the plea agreement, and so that's why I'm asking. The other prosecutor says, Your Honor, the plea agreement. The judge says, I need you to answer my question. If you can, is there a meeting of the minds on that one? Mr. Clark says, as stated by the government just now, I don't agree with what the government... Sorry. Mr. Wise is the prosecutor. Mr. Clark is the defense. As stated by the government just now, I don't agree with what the government said. The judge says, so I mean, these are contracts. To be enforceable, there has to be a meeting of the minds. So what do we do now? Mr. Wise says, then there is no deal. All right, I guess... So the judge says, all right, I guess then the question is, where does that leave us? What do we do? Do you guys need some time to talk? So yes, Hunter Biden, his deal is done. There's no deal to be had. It would appear that that the Justice Department or the U.S. Attorney for Delaware included a section that would basically give him immunity for any other shonky shit. But what the government didn't want to reveal was that they're actually investigating him for violating the foreign FARA, so for acting as a failure to register as a foreign agent. Is anybody there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought all my shit just crashed. Nobody's saying shit. Usually you guys can't shut the fuck up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just listening in.
I'm distracted by other videos. Like, it's Hunter Biden. Nothing's going to happen to him. I don't fucking care anymore.
Tim's being interested in his OnlyFans.
Oh, no, I'm watching some HoloLive debuts at the moment, if you really want to know, Ryu. I don't give a fuck about Hunter Biden anymore. Nothing's going to happen. He's going to get a slap on the wrist, even though he should be in jail for 10 years. So
yeah, I do not see this
going. All right, move it on then.
Really?
Twitter is dead.
That's just why I've been silent.
Twitter is dead. It's now X.
X is going to give it to you.
This was always the plan. It was
So
always the plan.
The blue bird will be replaced by an X. I mean, it already has.
So are they X people, X men, X women, or what?
They're just X. Unfortunately, Microsoft owns the trademark for X. So
as to be expected.
Yeah.
Because it's got the Series X.
So X.com now points to Twitter.com.
Yeah.
I saw that tweet. I went to X.com and I got the fucking landing page from GoDaddy.
Did you buy it?
Come on. No, it's parked. It was already owned.
It works now, though.
It does work now, but I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it means he used GoDaddy at some point in time.
Well, it wasn't
hashtag not sponsored. GoDaddy is shit. They are the most expensive domain registrar. Don't use them.
Yeah.
If you don't care, use Namecheap.
Yeah.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Wasn't X.com one of his original websites?
X.com is held since like 1993 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, it was always his.
So yes, as you can see, the Twitter logo has been replaced by an X.
Mm-hmm.
The Twitter company logo has the X on it now as well.
Yeah.
Tweets are no longer tweets. Tweets are X's.
So can we start calling trans women or whatever they're called, the trannies, X-men now?
No.
No. No. Well, no, because some of them can. Well.
But yes, this is the party line from the new CEO.
Mm-hmm.
It's an exceptionally rare thing in life or business that you get a second chance to make another big impression. Twitter made one massive impression and changed the way we communicate. Now X will go further, transforming the global town square. X is the future state of unlimited interactivity, centered in audio, video, messaging, payment, banking, creating a global marketplace for ideas, goods, services, and opportunities. Powered by AI, X will connect us all in ways we're just beginning to imagine. For years, fans and critics alike have pushed Twitter to dream bigger, to innovate, and to fill our great potential. X will do that and more. We've already started to see X take shape over the last 18 months through our rapid feature launches, but we're just getting started. There's absolutely no limit to this transformation. X will be the platform that can deliver, well, everything. Elon Musk and I are looking forward to working with our teams and every single one of our partners to bring X to the world.
Well, X is already here, so.
Yeah. Costi, yes, I believe she has started. She is the CEO now. So yes, I think this is fucking insane.
So
But,
the question is when is Elon gonna impregnate her?
You're wrong. He already
He's
has
probably
it.
already done it. So here's the logo on the new Twitter building, like on the Twitter building. So
My God, that's bright.
I think there's been complaints because the landlord is like, get the fuck out. And they also updated the app icon.
Mhm.
So, but now it looks like you're browsing porn because every page just comes up as like X
It is
logo
actually
on
right
it.
next to my X videos thumbnail on my
So-
Brave browser. Maybe not quite next to it, but yeah, I get the two conflated.
So yeah. Yes, Donald Trump has had his second indictment amended. So he's now being charged with. So there was an additional indictee, I guess the term is. They've added another indictee. So someone's being indicted for attempting to delete footage from from Mar-a-Lago.
Oh.
So
Delete
and
footage
now,
from a privately
what I don't
private
understand is
location.
what the new charges they've thrown at him. What they've described them as is like how they've described them meets the definition of obstruction of justice, but they've not charged him with obstruction of justice. Like if you believe in the filing, they've said, "Oh, this is what happened. This is what he did," but the what he did is instructed someone to delete evidence. But that, by its very definition, is obstruction of justice. But they've not added an obstruction charge. I feel like they haven't added an obstruction charge, so in a few weeks they can add an obstruction charge.
Did they request the footage before or after the so-called deletion of footage?
I have no idea. This whole because it's an amended filing, you have to go through the whole filing again and compare it to the last filing.
Because they would have done obstruction of justice in the first place.
And Trump's PAC has spent $40 million on legal costs this year for himself and I guess the people who are also being charged.
Yeah. Democrats trying to bleed that PAC dry, essentially.
Well,
making sure
he's
that
a
Donald
billionaire.
Trump
Why isn't he paying it out of his own pocket? So Tom
Does
Boller
he
says they can,
earn
you can
millions
rename
in
the
cash?
company to X-Hole.
It's coming from his
the
PAC.
boring company. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that's shitty. So
Costi, it's coming sooner or later.
wait for Tim to accidentally tweet out his porn search. Yes.
Yeah, basically. Been great.
This is Carlos Pena. Last year, a SWAT team threw more than 30 grenades into his printing shop, destroying almost everything. Carlos was not suspected of a crime. Then the city left him with the bill. He can no longer make a steady living. He's not the first victim. A threat. It's not unheard of SWAT teams to destroy innocent people's property with extreme displays of force while pursuing fugitives. It's also not unheard of for the state to ruin those people's lives by refusing to pay them for the damages, which is what happened to Carlos. In August 2022, a fugitive barricaded himself inside Carlos's shop. Cops threw dozens of tear gas canisters, ravaging the walls, windows, and ceilings, and equipment. The fugitive escaped anyway. Afterward, Carlos reached out to the city for help. The city said it's not their problem. Carlos is now $60,000 in debt, and it has cost him tens of thousands of dollars in revenue from lost clients. Since the government destroyed his shop and its contents, he now has to work out of his garage at a much reduced capacity just to survive. This is Leo and Alfonso Lech. In 2015, a SWAT team blew up their home while in pursuit of a suspected shoplifter. A SWAT team after a shoplifter.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
It does. It happens a
It
lot.
absolutely, I can imagine it absolutely happening.
Where was this? Sorry, what state?
It's probably a small town because these towns have.
Then how
Right
the
there,
small town have a
reason
SWAT
should
team?
have-
You'd be surprised.
A SWAT team blew up this family's house.
Colorado.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
The Supreme
Yeah.
Court won't hear the case.
Colorado. Okay.
Greenwood Village, Colorado. While pursuing a suspected shoplifter who had broken in and barricaded himself outside. Last year, federal court denied the homeowner any compensation for those damages, even though they had no connection to the theft and did not willingly allow the fugitive into their house. This is absurd. Like, absolutely fucking absurd.
Oh, it happens a lot.
I'm sure it does. It doesn't make it any less absurd. So, yes, the Letchers had to demolish their house, which was worth $580,000. The city gave them all of $5,000. Some courts have said the government can't destroy innocent people's things without having to pay for it as long as the action... Sorry. Some courts have said the government can destroy innocent people's things without having to pay for it as long as the action was taken under police powers. Most
That's
insurance
bullshit.
policies don't cover damage caused by government, which means those victims sometimes end up with nothing.
And why would the insurance policy cover that?
Well, yeah, the government should cover it. This is absurd.
Yeah.
Preacher, you're correct. It was actually an LA SWAT team that helped out.
You would be surprised at the number of small towns that have SWAT teams, especially after
Yeah. I was going through the story from Reason, and it was
fucking
actually
Bearcats. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, all the
military surplus that
Yeah.
was given away by the DHS to all these fucking SWAT, like small towns. They're armed to the motherfucking teeth.
Yeah. In this case, the SWAT team came in from Los Angeles to help out.
And that's why they want to take your fucking guns, so it's even easier.
Yep.
This is Vicky Baker. A SWAT team threw explosives into her home, smashed every window, and drove through the door in a Bearcat armored vehicle. Again, they were pursuing a suspect who had barricaded himself inside her house. And again, the government refused to pay. Vicky is in her 70s, had stage 3 cancer and was hoping to retire. But the raid turned her life upside down. I've lost everything, she told me. The city then told her she didn't meet their definition of victim. Like, this is what's absolutely absolutely fucking
I'm getting
rage inducing.
I'm getting my cases mixed up. Yeah.
Because if a criminal had done this, her insurance would cover it. She'd qualify for victims' compensation or all those fucking schemes that are designed to make you whole again. But because the government did it, that's fine. The government did it under their police powers. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you all need to fix that shit, man. Seriously.
Yeah. I'm getting my cases mixed up. The Lexes, they were destroyed by the cops, but it wasn't by a SWAT team. It was Carlos Pena, the guy who had the explosives, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The first case was done by a SWAT team. The second one was just the cop. This guy was
this guy was a SWAT
team. This guy was done by the SWAT team. But yeah, a lot of military surplus in small towns.
So yeah, after SWAT destroyed her home, she spent $50,000 making repairs, some of which she took from her retirement. She'd filled 2 40-foot dumpsters with ruined belongings. Her daughter's dog went deaf and blind during the raid. Well, they should be thankful they didn't kill it. Cops love killing
That's
dogs.
the ATF's job.
No, cops love it just as much.
I know. Yeah.
But sure, the government says she's not a victim. Vicky sued. The city did everything it could to block her from getting help after it ruined her home. Imagine dying on that hill. The good, a judge sided with her, calling the law untenable. The bad, it didn't set precedent, so there will be more Vicky Bakers in the future. This is the kind of decision that you want them to appeal. Like, you want the district decision appealed so that the appellate court can say, no, this is now case law. Like, fuck you. This applies to the entire state. Or better yet, go to SCOTUS and it's just the law now.
But most of them won't appeal it, if
the cities won't do it, yeah, because they know that can happen
state
too.
Won't, and they won't.
Yeah, because they know that there's a threat that might happen. Security stood outside accused Onlyfans killer Courtney Clenny's apartment for 12 minutes as she fatally stabbed Bo. So this presumably comes from a wrongful death lawsuit. Yep. So, yep. according to a lawsuit filed by the victim's estate.
I'm actually curious, Tim. Has her OnlyFans been taken down yet?
Whose? Sorry,
Courtney Clenny.
I haven't looked into her. Sorry.
Anyway,
How is our OnlyFans expert doesn't know?
hasn't researched it.
Yeah, I haven't done my job.
EV fires are more dangerous. Farmington Hills Fire Department hopes new equipment can
No
help.
shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, so EV fires burn longer and require more water to extinguish.
Yeah, I'll stick with my petrol vehicles, please.
So I think it had the number in here. It was something like 5 times the amount of water to put out an EV fire, and you can't extinguish it.
No.
Like it cannot be extinguished. All you can do is surround it and drown it.
Even when you drowned it, it still relights.
No, but you drown it to stop it from spreading. Like you just soak it.
True. Or you just keep it in the middle of the
Completely
fucking
related.
street.
This freighter carrying nearly 3,000 cars caught fire off the north coast of in the North Sea, off the coast of the Netherlands.
Were they all EV cars?
500 were. So this has been
There's your
burning out of
cause.
control for a few days. So yeah, EVs or hybrids. Like it's the lithium ion. So and one goes and another goes and then they all go. This is an empty ship. Everybody evacuated. So do I have anything else that I actually want to cover? Threw myself a funeral birthday party. School shooter. American influences. I don't know why it's doing this weird thing where it just doesn't load the fucking page. I think we might be done. I think you guys are done as well.
I think Tim's asleep.
Tim's asleep. Tim's busy on OnlyFans.
Jacking it.
Kamala's realised that most Americans are $400 unexpected expense away from
Finally told
bankruptcy.
the truth for once.
So
Yeah, more or less.
No, that's about 200, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the rule of thumb is most Americans don't have $500 in their bank account.
Yeah.
For emergencies.
Or $1,000. They can't afford a $1,000 emergency.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Another bank fell over.
That's gonna
Heartland
happen.
Tri-State, but it only had $10 billion worth of assets. So
Yeah, we're
it's
expecting more bank failures, bank mergers to happen during this
and
period.
and not one 8th grader at LeBron's school has passed a math test in 3 years. So
What state is that school in? Ohio. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
I was expecting Wisconsin, but yeah.
I had some. So I stayed in this famous glass wall bedroom. Apparently, this is a thing for exhibitionists, I assume. So, my butt is so big it breaks toilet seats. People are jealous.
You're just fat.
Because you're fat. You're fat. Ariana Grande hung out with Ethan Slater's wife, Lily J, and baby while dating him. This is the. Oh, sorry. Do I need to play the clip?
No.
Yes.
Well, okay, actually,
Yes.
I don't know.
Is-
I know who Ariana is, but I don't know who Ethan is.
So Ethan Slater is Ariana Grande's new boyfriend.
And SpongeBob.
Is he the one who plays SpongeBob?
No, Tom
Yeah.
Kenny. Tom Kenny plays SpongeBob.
No, that's SpongeBob.
What do you mean that's SpongeBob? Tom Kenny is the voice of SpongeBob.
That is SpongeBob.
Makes sense. Will you?
I think you need to play the clip, Thermo.
I have no idea. Anyway,
So
plastics-
he is SpongeBob for the Broadway play of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Thank you for
the musical.
clarifying.
Wait, why is
Okay.
there a Broadway play for SpongeBob?
Why not?
Because there's no creative writers anymore.
Yes,
They're all on strike. That's why.
Okay. So
I saw this before the show and thought, yeah, that sounds about right. So anyway, that's a tight almost 4 hours. So thanks everybody.
This is the pace we should keep.
Where
As a general rule.
everybody falls asleep after 3 hours.
We get the show done within 4 hours. I think that's a nice
Posty
sweet
wants
spot.
another Ryu article.
Yeah, just ignore half of the articles that Ryu posts, and we just breeze through everything.
It'd be a 10-minute article. All right, here's a Ryu article.
Compact show is pretty good.
I regret having a baby. I'd rather watch Netflix.
I'll take the baby over modern Netflix.
And I have a son together, and one of the most common questions that we got at the beginning was, what's he going to call you? You're not both going to be mom, because that's wicked confusing, but like what's going to happen? And we always said, we're going to let him decide. You know, he's going to set the pace. It started out like, obviously you have to call yourself something. So it started out, I was mummy and my wife is mama. But it's developed into a real formal version of that. He calls me Mummy Stacy.
Well, what do you expect?
Stacey Green revealed that her little boy calls her Mommy Stacey, complaining, "We're not peers, bro. Why are you using my first name?"
I knew of quite a few kids who got away with calling their parents by their first name.
I have to call my mother
Mother
her first
Stacy.
name.
No, just not even Mummy Stacy, just Stacy. My lot of kids I went to school with were on first name basis with their parents, which was fucking weird for me. We were told you never call your parents by their first name.
So my mother
first
fucking told
time
me when I was young.
And the last time I called my mom
never
by
call her mom again.
Her first name, she squared up with me.
Oh yeah. I did that to my dad. I said Ian, and he fucking nearly grabbed me by the throat.
Yeah.
Dave said a stroke.
He said McConnell.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have a stroke. I've been actually doing really good. I haven't had any issues for like a month and a half now.
So this is apparently a pizza
fuck
challenge.
is that?
That's not pizza. John Stewart said one thing correct in his career. That's not pizza.
I'm just hoping to finish this in under 30.
Wait, is this the lumberjack
Of course, if
chick?
I'm successful, I do get the meal for
I have
free,
no idea.
and I do get a spot up next to Mr. Big.
No,
Big
Katrina
Hall of
eats
Fame.
kilo?
So
No, I
without
think so.
further delay, let's pull our hair back and get this challenge started.
Really buff chick, lumberjack chick. Who looks like
Thanks, guys. What's that?
This is apparently in Australia.
Okay, cool. I
This is
like
South
it.
Australia.
1, 2,
What
3.
is her
Pizza eating time. Here we go.
Sorry,
Fresh
Ray?
Prince of what? What does her T-shirt say?
I have no idea. So this is Remy's Deep Dish Pizza and Bar in Adelaide, South Australia. To try Australia's first and only Chicago deep dish style pizza challenge. Brave diners have only 30 minutes to finish a 2.5 kilo Chicago style deep dish pizza of choice. I went with the king of all pizza loaded with pepperoni, a side of shoestring fries, and a liter of beer. Winners earn their meal for free and for some serious street cred and a spot up on Remy's Wall of Fame.
This is an above ground swimming pool for rats.
the pizza, a deep dish pizza.
Deep dish pizza. It's just deep dish, Chicago pizza. Deep dish pizza is not pizza. Ron Stewart said so.
Oh, now that is sexy. Okay.
That
can see why
that
this
cheese
is called
pulled
the
her.
king of all pizzas. I think that might have been the king of all cheese pulls.
Wow.
Pretty good cheese
Even this early on, I was
How
beginning to
fast did
switch
you have
from
to eat
impressed to terrified
30
by
minutes.
this much cheese.
I think I'm through the smaller half of this pie.
There you go, 10
Not a lot
minutes.
Does she make it?
17 minutes with one piece to go, yeah.
Right.
Jesus
Nothing
fuck.
like saving the biggest and best for last. But on that very burpy final note, I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the rest of
I
this
don't know
video.
where the hell
Thank
she
you
even
all so
fits all
much
that.
She still has to do the beer.
Yep. Well, that'll compress it
for
down, I
watching.
guess.
Now, of course,
No, yeah.
And then she'll throw it up after.
catch you all in the next one.
You didn't finish it.
She's worried about the beer.
Yeah.
That's easy.
I'm
Skull
full.
it. Skull it.
She'll throw it all
Is it
up
that's
afterwards.
it or skull it?
Making me hungry.
There now.
I am very lucky
There
that I
you go.
came away with a win there. That was a lot of.
23.51.
God damn.
So
Thermo's gonna try it next.
I've never had a deep dish pizza.
Neither have I.
Like
Seriously?
Yeah, I've had like the Pizza Hut knockoff.
We
deep
don't
dish
have it
pizza
here.
that's
Like
not-
that. Like the article said, that's like the only deep dish restaurant in Australia or something like that.
Well, that said it's the only deep dish.
For Chicago style. Like we have thick
Chicago style,
crusts,
yeah.
we have, but like the actual proper Chicago deep dish, it's not really a thing here.
What's it really made out of? Like what?
It's
what
just
is,
a
what is the depth? Is the depth just cheese?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
And sauce.
You put the marinara sauce atop the pizza. Atop.
Yeah.
It depends on where you get it from.
It's you use basically an iron skillet for the
Is that right?
making of it.
Okay. There's the Jon Stewart rant. In the prop
I
chat.
don't. Not,
No, don't play it. I'm just saying. Don't play it. You don't have time for that shit.
All right. Yeah. See, look, Priest says lasagna.
Yes,
lasagna
it's a
without the
casserole.
noodles.
Yes.
Lasagna doesn't have noodles.
Technically, the sheets are noodles, aren't they? It's a big flat noodle.
No. Well, I
No,
guess
because
so.
noodles is just a type of pasta.
It's pasta.
It's a type of pasta. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Take care, guys.
And I will sit down and